And now for a taste of things to come.
What is ahead tonight is for the bold, the fearless, the damnedest, and the most violent. It is a spectacle of human massacre and an absolute engagement for all the sickos and the masochists. And one thing is for certain, whether forcefully or willingly, you will bleed. 10 men, 12 women, 22 individuals are about to enter one of the most violent matches ever in professional wrestling and will not come out the same. For tonight, we truly see who shows blood and guts. For it's Wednesday. You know what that means. The Survivor Series is back here once again, bringing you another live Watch All Event reaction and coverage to bring you tonight coverage of AEW Dynamite, Blood and Guts. And welcome to the pre-show discussion. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to the Simply Reliable Studios. You know what this is. I am the simple man of the simple brand, the voice of SRS, forever grateful for all things professional wrestling. Damn it, my name is Noah Foss. I will not be alone tonight. Walter Cruz will be in here later on, but also joining me, one half of the Canadian Connection, Nicholas Ferrantes, as we bring you up to speed on what's going to happen tonight when Blood and Guts hits our screen at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You, of course, can watch some of us on HBO Max or TBS. And again, you want to dictate the conversation, Super Chatter, PayPal of Passions. It's truly as simple as that. It's good to see Safet and Danielle Berry already in the chat engaging. And if you haven't already, please, I highly encourage you, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. We do this for all the biggest shows, preview specials across all things wrestling. Shout out to WFAM, WWE, NXT, ROH, AEW, TNA, independent promotions galore, and so much more. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and hear what's on Nick's mind tonight as he joins me once again in alternative commentary coverage and analysis. Nick, good to see you back here in the booth once more. Tonight, we cover, once again, Blood and Guts, the damnedest, most violent cage match we've seen in modern wrestling. 1 cage, yeah. 2 rings, 3 words that will define 22 individuals unlike anything they faced before. Some, of course, who have been here, and, of course, many who haven't, including the women, for the first time ever. How you feel about tonight?
You make me want to run through a wall. like I like that enthusiasm. Like you make me jacked up. Like I want to run through a wall. Yeah, damn, dude.
That's what I do.
Oh, you'll be your hype man.
Yo, Noah's a hype man right now.
That's what I do. Anyway, Nick, seriously, though, and shout out to Mrs. Ferrantes in the background. How are you and how you feel about tonight's show?
Should be good. Should be fun. It's blood and guts, man. It's not, it's like, it's blood and guts. Yeah, like it's blood and guts. Like it's listen, there's blood and guts.
Listen, I mean, the name speaks for itself. So
yeah, Like,
You're just gonna be already less speechless. We haven't hit the freaking show yet. And for those that are wondering, this is a 2.5-hour special episode of AEW Dynamite tonight. Not only do we have, of course, the men's blood and guts for the 5th time in a row, as this has been the annual event of violent cacophony and human manipulation and massacre and destruction. We also have the women for the first time ever, and during the cage in the most violent structure that AEW has created. And we also have Cowboy Cincinnati. Two will be involved here. In the Falls Count Anywhere match, as Hangman Pierce goes one-on-one with Powerhouse Hobbs for the 2nd time ever. And that is the only thing known to be on this card tonight. So buckle up. You're in for a long, violent night. So again, Nick, Blood and Guts, of course, has been here since 2021, starting all the way back with the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. Then, of course, we had the Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club. We had, of course, AEW versus the corporate elite, as of course we've also saw in the past. Hell, we even had Blackpool Combat Club versus Inner Circle with Eddie Kingston, of course, and that ended on top of it. And of course, in this structure, there is actually a roof. You're not going to see somebody dive off the top back inside, but you might see someone free falling off the top of it if we're not careful here. So,
well,
again,
hold on. Let's. We might see Darby free fall from the front.
That's absolutely an absolute fair analysis.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
Not just anybody. If anybody's doing any stupid shit, it's Darby. But
yeah, that's fair. Shout out to my friend Sandy, of course, a great supporter, of course, always, and fellow Japanese professional wrestling enthusiast. Shows the guest you boss. Appreciate ya, pal. And Safed saying, I hope it's the most violent match tonight. Which one, the men or the women? I mean, let's also put this in perspective. Like, why don't we just go ahead and get right into the conversation? We got 3 matches. Let's just talk about this first and foremost. We have 12 of the most evolved women in the AEW division right now. And truly, for me, the evolution of the women's division has been my highlight of AEW. Now, here, you figure out we got the world champion, the TV, we got faction warfare, we got grudges, we got tag teams involved in the tag team tournament. We got Fallout Fair between, of course, Death Riders, Babes of Rap that, of course, busted the bracket, eliminating Athena, Mercedes Moné, the Mega Sis, which is also going to be, of course, be reckoned with in herself. And, of course, the forefront, the focus of Kris Statlander and the 250 different ways of focus with Mercedes Moné, who, for the first time in her AEW career, is actually going to have to try and be violent. Of course, we also know in this match, we know which side got the advantage thanks to what happened last week on Dynamite and Collision. Of course, we saw the Megasis defeat Mina Shirakawa, and of course, Mina Shirakawa taking a clean Aminata spot as she's dealing with a shoulder injury. Get well soon. I know that's been lingering for a while, but again, it's the toll you take in this business. And of course, we saw in Collision, Thekla was able to beat Harley Cameron, while Jamie Hamer decked Skye Blue with Haterade. Score was 2-1 in favor of Team Triangle Madness, as Jamie Hater called out Triangle Madness for Blood and Guts first to cause this issue to happen. For those that don't know, the only way these matches are won is once all individuals are inside the 2 rings in the cage, and it ends via surrender or submission only. So that being said, Nick, give your outlook towards the overall field and the field that you think for the women's Blood and Guts match, and which side do you see prevailing, considering we are also on the road to Full Gear, and again, at the forefront, it's Mercedes Moné versus Kris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship.
I think for English, we should first, congratulate the women. This is the first ever women's Blood and Guts in AEW. No matter what happens tonight, all 12 women that are participating in that should be proud of themselves. They've been put into a spot that they've been clamoring for. They've been wanting this for years now. The fact that they're getting it now, they should be proud of themselves for how far they've come. All the participants, you know what? All the participants in the match make sense. They've all had beef over a span of a couple months. Like, we've seen all of these women intertangle with each other, and you're gonna have your people come out and sit and moan and groan about 8 people tag matches. Lord knows I do. the 4-way 500K matches, all those ones. But a lot of these women in that match have been in those matches. Like these are not women that have been, 2 weeks and they're in Blood and Guts. No, they've been feuding for a couple months now. So it's good to see that they're all there, that they get their spotlight. I mean, if one person I'm really interested in to see in this match, because for how open she has been about doing death matches and stuff, is Skye Blue. I want to
Yep.
see what she does in this match,
Yep.
because she's probably the most vocal out of all of them, saying how she wants these kinds of matches. She wants to be in these matches, these hardcore death matches. So, I mean, in this match, to Darby's equivalent would be her. So I want to see what she does. And I mean, if we're going to talk about results, I got the heels winning this. I
Really?
have the heels winning this for one simple factor. When you bring up the graphic, who on the heel team is front and center?
That would be the TBS champion Mercedes Moné, who
I
is
can't.
challenging Kris Statlander at Full Gear for the AEW Women's World Championship. The one accolade she has yet to win.
And I cannot see, and I don't think, and I know we and you have echoed this repeatedly. She's not losing. She's not winning the TBS. She's not winning the world title until she drops the TBS title. She's not. That's not her story. If people have been following her and what she's done, that is not her story. Her story is being so preoccupied about everything around her and all of these other championships around the world. She's yet to get the big one. She tried once at Allin and she failed. I think, looking forward and ahead, she's going to try at Full Gear and Stat's going to beat her. But I can't see her losing back-to-back matches. So that's why I'm saying I think the heels win. I would be shocked if the baby faces win and Mercedes loses at Full Gear. So I have the heels going over in this match.
It does seem like that typical 50-50 booking trope that you also pointed out. We're only focusing on the biggest names in this match, which of course are regarding the AEW Women's World Championship. But the fact of the matter that this really stems back to Jamie Hayter and Thekla the day after Double or Nothing. And of course, she beat the Triangle of Madness in 3 single matches in a row, including handing Thekla her first loss. And of course, we have the makeshift team of the Mega Assist and Marina Shafir, previously Penelope Ford, when it ruled her out, by the way, being involved here. Just pointing that out there.
I feel so bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
She even too. I think there was a post on Twitter that she posted on her Instagram stories of her death matches on the Indies, and I think she was really excited for this match. So I'm pretty bummed out for her that she's not in it. But
yeah, and I think about again how Penelope Ford and the Bunny, had the most violent tag match in Rampage history against Ty J. So that's also another thing. I was looking forward to seeing what Team Megabat could do in this. But again, it is what it is. Where again, this business, you ride on the edge of a lightning bolt between certain destruction at your own well-being versus miscommunication with somebody else, as she pointed out. So again, the Queen Aminata and Penelope Ford get well soon. Not to mention, to your point, we also have multiple teams still involved in the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament involved here that have had beef for the last couple of months before this tournament came into existence, as we've seen the evolution of a tag team division flourishing this year in AEW particularly. So there are multiple facets here for everybody right now needing a win versus needing a loss. The momentum being shifted in so many facets of the AEW Women division, championships being involved or not. So it's a very unique match. But I've also seen AEW blur the lines sometime with 50-50 dynamic. And again, we got to consider the heel side has the advantage. Usually in the history of these type of stipulation matches, not to talk about, cage matches, but any sort of match with stipulation. If you're going in with the advantage and usually you're the villain, you lose. I can't remember the last time the villain had the advantage and actually won one of these freaking type of stipulation matches, especially when it's been guerrilla warfare of a team based inside a weaponized structure. And that's what this freaking is going to become, because Sky Blues already asked for fire. fire. Lord help us. That bitch was born hardcore out of the womb, and I love her.
I can only imagine. Like, I hope that they go. I mean, listen, I know that Darby's probably gonna light him. So who knows? Darby's gonna do some crazy shit.
I mean, let's just put it in perspective in case people don't know. Last year, and we'll talk about the men's blind guts in a moment.
Yeah.
Darby Allin threatened to crucify a man and light him on fire before the Elite said we quit. Just saying. Why was handcuffed?
I mean, I hope the women don't go that far, but I mean, if they do, listen, if you're watching this show, I don't want to hear you bitching or moaning that it's too violent. You know what you're signing up for when you're watching this show.
It's literally called Blood and Guts.
You're going to have those people online, just like you have the AEW Don't Tell Story merchants out there.
Oh, here we go again.
You're going to have those people out, oh, this is too violent. Kids shouldn't be watching this.
That's a parenting issue.
It's you leave those if you are actively going out of your way to watch a Wednesday special called Blood and Guts, you know what you're signing up for.
Take a long walk off a short pier.
I'm about to say, this show is also not rated PG-13. Here, they wrestle, they fight, they bleed. They don't just play. They don't just slap. They don't just simply entertain. So again, you get what you choose to enjoy and what you choose to engage in. You either like it or you don't. That's your own free will, but don't try to take anyone else's enjoyment just because you don't like the shit. But anyway, now you got that public service announcement out of the way for every IWC twat that's going to be involved tonight, whether Gronk involved, AI involved, or paid by WWE secretly, conspiracy, just Ventura theory. That's neither here nor there, nor do I acknowledge that bullshit. What I do acknowledge, though, is the crazy shit you just pointed out when it comes to Darby Allin as we segue from the women's Blood and Guts match to, of course, the men. And this time it's the Death Riders right now riding into this structure. Pac, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Willow, Yuta, and Garcia taking on the conglomerations, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Darby Allin. And the unique facet about this match, the baby faces have the advantage here, thanks to Darby Allin's involvement against Roderick Strong versus Jon Moxley on Collision. And of course, we saw what happened when Orange Cassidy got decked by Claudio Castagnoli, but they're still able to break even. So it's one of those things when you think about advantages, you don't think about babyfaces having the advantages. But here we are with the babyface team having the advantage, and we thought they were done with the Darby Allin and the Death Rider Jon Moxley saga after Wrestle Dream, when Sting basically baptized him as you are this company's icon. But here we go again, Nick. Now, the other thing we got to consider here, Jon Moxley, he comes in here with the most Blood and Guts experience. He's been involved previously in 3 of the last 4. The other thing, though, Roderick Strong, he might be the Iron Man when it comes to the double ring, single cage structure, as I just got done watching the only War Games match ever mattered in WWE history, NXT, as the Undisputed Era was involved in all 4 of them. Record 2-2. Many of those matches, Roderick Strong was the starter guy, but Roderick Strong also has not really called himself as part of the conglomeration, as he more so is just alongside Kyle O'Reilly in the name of avenging Adam Cole, who's out indefinitely. Who knows when he may wrestle again. But what's your outlook towards the men's Blood and Guts match here, and which side do you see winning?
This match, to me, is all story. I think this match, and I've said it on our Simply Predicting, I've said it on Spaces, the only way you end the Death Riders is Blood and Guts. I think tonight starts the beginning of the end of the Death Riders. I think having the baby faces win the advantage was done by design. I think Darby's going to do some crazy shit.
I think we've already confirmed that 15 times as a premonition that might actually be an actuation. Continue.
Yeah. This match is going to be good. I just think that by the end of this match, if we're not seeing Mox getting kicked out of the Death Riders, then I don't know when it ends. But I think we need that downfall. I think we need to turn the page to the next chapter. And I think the next chapter is the fall of the Death Riders or the fall of Jon Moxley. I think he's been a true leader. No matter what anybody wants to say about him, no matter what anybody wants to say about the Death Riders storyline, he's been there for the company. And I think it's time for him to have his rest. So I think the baby faces win. And again, I think we see John go away after this.
Okay, it's an interesting thought considering we've seen Jon Moxley's confidence absolutely stirred since he was unable to break Darby Allin's will, saying it was Darby Allin's strength that prevailed that night at Wrestle Dream. As Jon Moxley, for the first time in his career, he quit. And again, it seems like Jon Moxley has been absolutely affected by that. You consider the fact that this Blood and Guts was built off the fact that he almost lost to Kyle O'Reilly via submission, not once, but twice. The second time, of course, via countout. And so far, Jon Moxley technically has not really lost or felt the same way in a match since the aftermath of Wrestle Dream. Another thing to consider, though, is Don Callis even has kind of gotten involved here, because we got to look at Mark Briscoe, not just the Death Rider vendetta here, but also the Don Callis from the agenda. Let's not forget Mark Briscoe, who was also involved in this last year. On the winning side, he does have a big match come up at Full Gear, where he's even defending his very freedom as we know it, as he challenges Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship, while Don Callis is hoping they break Mark Briscoe, make him more vulnerable and weaker, considering at Full Gear, Kyle Fletcher is going to Mark Briscoe's world, a no disqualification match. But if Kyle wins, not only does he hold on to the TNT Championship, Mark Briscoe leaves the conglomeration and joins the Don Callis family.
So there's a lot to break down with that. Let's start with the John stuff. Ever since the I Quit match, he has lost.
Pussy.
But he's lost. You're on
I love Miss
YouTube,
Ferrantes' background analysis. Please continue, both of you.
God, you're on YouTube, my guy.
Intrusive thoughts.
I know it's intrusive thoughts. Jesus, trying to be professional here. Well, I hear you, pussy. Anyways.
Timeless Toy Storm approves that comment. Continue.
Probably does. Ever since John lost at the I Quit match, he's lost by DQ. He's lost by double countout. And he's lost by countout. He's never won a match. He hasn't won. Again, I think, with even the symbolism with the hug at the end of Dynamite the other night, with all of them in the ring. I think it was Dynamite, or was it Collision?
Collision.
I think this just sets up it writes itself. They need to kick him out. At one point, he needs to get kicked out. Like, we got to turn the page, and we got to tell that new story. So hopefully they do that with this match.
That's another thing also, looking at the other members here on the conglomeration side, of course. We're looking at, for instance, Orange Cassidy, who challenged Jon Moxley last year at Full Gear for the AEW World Championship. But to your point, the story of the last year has literally been Darby Allin looking to take everything from Jon Moxley after betraying his family, giving Bryan Danielson a Warrior's Death. And Roderick Strong, again, is he want to go after Jon Moxley particularly? Does he want to win alongside the conglomeration on his own agenda? We've also seen Roderick Strong, again, not play well with others, but we've also seen him have fall with Kyle O'Reilly and the tensions there. We also don't know Kyle O'Reilly's condition, by the way. I don't know if he's going to 100% based on the damage they did to his ankle. So there are multiple facets to this. Another facet I thought about, you got to consider, yes, we got all the Death Riders here. Yes, Marina Shafir is involved in the women's one. Who's to say that his hired mercenary Gabe Kidd doesn't show up and try and help the Death Riders win this?
There's the Death. Yeah, Gabe Kidd is. You have to expect some. Okay, you shouldn't expect anything, because then if you don't get what you want, you'll bitch and moan. So I wouldn't say expect it, but I feel I think there is a report that there is a surprise or two tonight. So we'll see what happens. You're right about the Gabe Kidd stuff. I mean, if Gabe Kidd is coming, we know that Steamboat's there tonight.
That's
Right.
right. We're going to Steamboat and Ric Flair are also both here. That's another thought to consider. And of course, they have a ton of history. We're in the Greensboro Coliseum. The last time we saw those two men, they were there for Sting's last match.
So does Sting make a little bit of an appearance tonight? Who knows? Yeah, there's a lot of in regards to the Death Riders and Darby. That there's all of that story. You know, you talked about Roddy. And, you know, he's not part of the conglomeration. So there's still that story that they're telling, which is interesting to see.
Right.
And then you talked about Mark. Mark's story is interesting, and I feel like you can play it out really well. It was in one of shout out to the Rock and Ropes crew. It was one of our spaces that we did there. We had our friend Corey. He made a good comment or a good idea that I think they should go in this way. We talk about Mark and how he has his match coming up with Kyle. What happens if Mark loses? You know, like you can have that story of, you know, Mark loses. He joins the conglomeration. You know, been given all of these tasks.
Don Callis family. Bosh.
Yeah. You know, Don gives him all these tasks. He's Kyle's whipping boy. He's Okada's whipping boy. You know, and then at one point he just he gives up, right? He's like he has to find a way to get out of it. Maybe you know, after this pay-per-view, our next one's World's End.
Oh shit.
So wouldn't it? And I think if Mark loses this match. If Mark loses this match, I think they'd be tied 6-6. Or no, sorry. They'd be tied 3-3. We have to fact check that record. I think if Mark loses, he'd be they'd be at 3-3.
They'd be at 4-2 because this is their sixth singles encounter, actually. The score stands Kyle 3, Mark 2. That's why Mark says I need one more chance. This is Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher 6 at AEW Full Gear.
So yeah, okay. So then if Mark loses, it'll be 4-2. It'd be 4-2. You could have a seventh match. You know, it's apropos that the next pay-per-view after Full Gear is World's End.
Yeah, but we're also on the way to the Continental Classic season, which culminates at World's End. And of course, Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher both had history in that. In fact, it was Mark Briscoe who first beat Kyle Fletcher in that, and it handed him his first loss during his undefeated run in the Continental Classic that pretty much ruined the Proto Stars course the rest of that tournament. And I don't think Kyle ever forgot about it.
No. So, but I mean, like, you can play it off, and then you can have Kyle. I mean, it's a rematch, but you can have Kyle and Fletcher. Kyle and Briscoe at Full Gear, title for career.
Do you think that Kyle Fletcher gets involved tonight?
No, I don't think he gets involved tonight. I can't see a reason for him to get involved tonight. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. I could be wrong. I'll be frank, since the World Series started, or since MLB playoffs, I haven't really watched much AEW, so I could be wrong, but I don't think Don gets involved. No. I don't think the Don Callis family at all get involved in that.
All right. Well, that's fair. Well, as we got about a minute left, of course, the other match we have is Hangman Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Falls count anywhere. Second ever one-on-one match after Powerhouse Hobbs giving him the world's strongest slam up the stage, through the table, to the floor last week as Hangman Page prepares to defend the title again against Samoa Joe at AEW Full Gear, as the Ops, never lacking, have gone on full heel mode and, of course, successfully retained the Trios Championships last week against Eddie Kingston, Hook, and Hangman Page. Momentum right now is firmly in favor of Samoa Joe, both mentally and physically, against a very vulnerable champion. Of course, Hangman Page, though, he's already fought through death to get the title back, so I'm sure he's going to try and find a way to break Powerhouse Hobbs and not survive him, if he lets him, to try and show Samoa Joe, I am not vulnerable. I'm still the better man. I'm still better than you. I'm going to prove it at Full Gear. But what's your thoughts on this Falls Count Anywhere match? We get ready for Blood and Guts literally in a couple of seconds.
I think it should be fine. It should be fun. I'm not really expecting much, honestly, from it. I think Hangman wins. I do think that he wins. He wins. Um, because I think they're taking. I don't know. I feel like they'd be taking the title off of Hangman. Come Phil here. I think.
She loved you, present.
Well, that being said, Nick and Simple Studios community, let's go ahead and get right into things. For it's Wednesday. You know what that means? We are live, virgin from the Greensboro Coliseum, and Blood and Guts is back once again. 2 rings, 1 cage, 3 words, 22 individuals be redefined forever with the sheer amount of destruction they will ensue and inflict on each other. And of course, now we have a false camera match for Hangman versus Powerhouse Hobbs. 12 women for the first time ever will enter Blood and Guts. And of course, the Death Friars enter Blood and Guts against Darby, Allin, and the Conglomeration. As we get ready for actually kick off here, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend one, think the conversation. Super chat, as simple as that, or pay by the pages. No applause to Nicholas Ferrantes. We are on the call tonight for you here for Blood and Guts in its entirety as we kick things off here with Justin Roberts. And the women will kick things off tonight.
Yeah, I'm here for that. I'm here for the women starting it off tonight.
There you see, Nick, that luminous structure descending upon the 2 rings, over 8 tons of steel with no escape. As of course, we go over the match rules. 2 participants enter the cage for a 1 5-minute period. Every few minutes, another participant enters. Blood and Guts match officially begins after all 12 participants enter the cage. The winning team is determined by submitting any opponent or forcing the other team to surrender. And shout out to Brian Danielson, Excalibur, and Toni Schiavone, and Taz, of course, on commentary for AEW. And of course, who's going to enter it first for a Team Triangle Madness? It had to be Skye Blue. You said yourself, Nick, Skye Blue literally prayed for this fever dream for herself in the women's division. Bringing her madness, kicking things off here for Blood and Guts for the Triangle of Madness. And of course, Skye Blue has already been in her fair share of hardcore matches in this last year alone against some of the participants on the other side, including Timeless Toni Storm in a Philadelphia street fight. And of course, Skye Blue will start this first 5-minute interval with a barbed wire kendo stick in hand. Of course, coming off that loss against Jamie Hayter this past Saturday on Collision. There you see 2 referees, by the way, 1 in each ring, Paul Turner and Aubrey Edwards. As we boogie with Willow Nightingale on the opposite side, kicking things off.
So I don't know if you noticed, they don't have the middle part of the ring connected.
Yeah, that could be very dangerous. Of course, Willow Nightingale, we know how hardcore this bitch can be. One half of the Babe of Wrath, AEW record 72 and 50. Been in street fights with the likes of the AEW Women's World Champion Kris Statlander. Last year at All Out, one of the damnedest street fights I've ever seen. Not to mention, her and Kris Statlander have a tag team win over Skye Blue and Julia Hart in a street fight. And of course, you see Willow Nightingale bringing her own plunder. We got trash kindling in the ring. Bell rings are underway. Blood and Guts preliminaries right now. Take center stage. Willow Nightingale and Skye Blue. So, Nick, let's just be real here. Let's just be frank. The fact of the matter is this match doesn't officially begin until all 12 participants are in the ring. That means that Skye Blue, Willow Nightingale are going to have to endure everything all the way up to that point. They have to have the highest level of endurance to survive to the point this match starts. So wouldn't it be wise to preserve yourself and not necessarily go all out in the early going?
Yeah,
hockey fight here.
You kind of want to conserve your energy, but I think adrenaline with these girls are playing a big factor.
And again, let's keep in mind, it's Triangle of Madness, Marina Shafir, and Megan Bayne and Mercedes Moné. That side has the advantage, which means Willow Nightingale needs to make sure that Skye Blue is vulnerable enough to survive beyond the 5-minute interval, where she will be in a 2-on-1 scenario. And right now, Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale just messing around with the hair of Sky Blue. And again, there's no disqualification here, folks. This match literally is going to probably take your first hour. And of course, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, the Bears of Wrath, involved in the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship tournament after a win over Athena and Mercedes Moné. They will face the Sisters of Sin in the next round. Sky Blue and Julia Hart face first, preventing Willow Nightingale in the steel cage, while Sky Blue prevents herself from meeting the steel, while Walter Cruz finally enters the room and joins us for Blood and Guts. Walter, good to see you. How are you?
Good, how are you? Hey, Xavier, turn that light off behind me. That thing is.
So they don't have the middle of the ring. So they don't have the middle of the ring. Middle of the ring done, but they have the ends.
Well, they got a partition, basically, because at the end of the day, you don't want to slip in between the rings, but we also know that there is enough space between the cage on the outside of the rings. Looking for the gut wrench power bomb, hoisting up Sky Blue. Sky Blue in the world of trouble here. Slingshot off the top rope. Oh, and face first into the cage. The strength of the babe with power. Power in full caps. Sheesh. And just driving Sky Blue again in the cage. Bit of a tackle there.
Are we doing Max or TBS?
I'm doing Max, all right? So you all figure out what you're doing here while you're just analyzing as much as I am. Because, again, we're in the very preliminaries of this first time ever Women's Blood and Guts match. Again, Willow's got to be aware that she might have anybody coming after her. At this point, Nick, who do you think that Team Triangle Madness should bring out here to as a guy move? Should it be our partner, Julia Hart? Should it be the Megasis? What should the strategy be for the side of the advantage?
I think her and she bleeding.
Her and
in this match, they will bleed willingly or forcefully. And some reason I think Sky Blue welcomes it.
Skye is bleeding.
I'm sure that's not going to be the only woman bleeding by the end of this night. Again, these women, they don't play. They fucking fight.
This should have ended it. The women's one should have ended it.
Look, booking aside, let's just enjoy this freaking match. What shot, short range clothesline.
You know what though? Even if they didn't, you know what? It's okay. It's fine.
Shout out to Nathan Banks and Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams also in the chat as well. And I hope everyone enjoys our conversation reactions coverage. Again, we're talking about the evolution.
What the heck was that buzzing sound?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I'm just watching the show. I'm just focusing on the monitor right now. Sky Blue's trying to fight with every ounce of her being against Willow Nightingale here in the corner. Willow might be looking possibly for a superplex there, and Sky Blue might be sent for a bad ride.
There you go.
Of course, Sky Blue coming back from injury as we are 8 seconds away from the next participant entering the steel cage.
I got 3, 2, 1, and my
who is it?
My buzzer just went off.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna pause it. Let me know when Julia's just getting.
And Julia Hart is about to enter the cage.
Yeah, let me know when she gets in the ring. Like
she's hitting Willow. There she is. She walked through the
ring. All right, guys, get your shit together. And right now, the Sister of Sin with a double power bomb to Willow Nightingale.
You guys
again, they're gonna face each other in the next round of the AEW Women's Tag Championship tournament.
You don't have Max in Canada, huh?
What?
You don't have Max in Canada, right?
No, we don't have Max.
Yeah. Good Lord. Sky Blue wearing the Crimson Mask. Julia Hart, former TBS champion. Of course, Julia Hart lost the TBS championship to Willow Nightingale at Dynasty.
Willow meet Turnbuckle. Turnbuckle meet Willow. Damn.
I feel, you know what though? I as much as I feel bad for Skye right now, I think she's loving it, but she's bleeding.
She's bleeding bad, dude.
Yeah.
Try and make a concept of who you think loses the most blood by the end of this thing here as Julia Hart walks across the top rope. Going old school. You see Skye Blue in the blood of her eyes, and Julia Hart going to aid of her partner. Again, Sisters of Sin, many people have pretty much booked as the inaugural winners of the AEW Women's Tag Championship tournament.
What are they searching for in between the buckles?
I think they're trying to loosen the turnbuckles and expose the steel.
No, unless they hit something.
They probably hid something and it's just the wrong buckle they're looking at. Sky Blue is seeing a lot of red. Damn.
Considering there's 24 different turnbuckles here, you got a lot of options to hide a tiny weapon.
I think she got open hard way. That's why.
Again, if you go face first inside steel, that would do it. Cartwheel forearm, though, by Skye Blue as the Sisters of Sin double team Willow Nightingale.
A little bit of miscommunication there. I don't know.
Well, again, fatigue is going to come in a factor here. And again, Skye Blue is also partially blinded. Of course, blood affects your vision, sears and burns your eyes. And of course, the more blood you lose, the more likely you lose consciousness.
You fatigue fast or bleeding like that. Dude, she
Meanwhile,
looked like she walked.
Next participant.
She looked like she walked under a bucket and the bucket just spilled the blood on her. That's what she looks like.
Well, here comes the next participant for the Nightingale's aid. And fear the wrath, it's Harley Cameron!
No puppet.
Yeah, but a steel chair is far more effective than any puppet will be in her hand. Oh,
damn!
Hello.
She darted that thing.
Just threw it right to Skye Blue's head. Nice sling blade of Julia Hart as the Bears of Wrath will face the Sisters of Sin, of course, in the AEW Women's Tag Championship tournament in the semifinals.
And the heels have the advantage in this, right?
That's correct. And finally, by the way, welcome all to Cruz with the Call. Again, folks, subscribe to Rage of Wrestling. And again, as of course me and Nick talked about during the pre-show, not only do the heels have the advantage, but so many storylines are in play here for both sides to garner momentum towards championship endeavors.
Mm-hmm. Both
And
the women's tag titles and the TBS title. If somebody pins Mercedes, you got to think they'll put them in line for the TBS one.
Of course, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron became a team out of pure convention, encouraged by Kris Statlander, now known as the Babes of Wrath, who already broke everyone's bracket, I would say, eliminating Mercedes Moné as Harley Cameron pinned Athena, the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. In fact, Harley Cameron will challenge Athena for that title tomorrow night on Ring of Honor.
Mm.
Harley Cameron placing a chair right now against Julia Hart, who is hung in the Tree of Woe. Very familiar position, of course, for the former Empress of the Black Throne. And Skye Blue in the opposite corner.
Baseball slide.
Face first in the steel chair against Julia Hart. Uh-oh. And Willow Nightingale send a cannonball to Skye Blue in the corner. With a trash can in the middle.
She literally had a target in the right there. I think she hurt herself. Look.
Well, either way, bullseye as this match continues. And Red Truck Live picture, folks. Stay tuned. Fuck television.
I didn't get picture. I got a commercial.
Well, again, you got to consider that we're dealing with TV here. But the fact of the matter is right now, we are literally looking at a preview of one of the next matches in the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship tournament. And none of those women are going to be going into that probably at 100% after this.
I'll tell you what, since there's no pinfalls, it's easier with the way Blue is bleeding to make her pass out or quit.
That's a very possible, though. But again, as we know, the only way you win Blood and Guts, or who am I fucking kidding? Survive Blood and Guts is when one side it literally taps or surrenders.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the women, Walter, taking center stage here for the first time tonight in this violent structure. As of course, we still have so many more to come, including Mina Shirakawa, Thomas Toni Storm, and I think the ultimate difference maker here, one of the rising stars, not just of AEW, but the wrestling business, in my opinion, Mega Sis Megan Bayne.
So I don't want to throw shade at anybody. I don't want to throw shade, but see all four women in this match so far.
Yes,
they have all had a point in their career at AEW where they've had 3-minute matches.
The bottom line is this.
And look where they are, now.
If you pursue an opportunity or an opportunity presents itself to you, be professional, get your name out there, because 3 minutes on a mainstay is worth more than 25 minutes in any independent or indie promotion, with all due respect to anybody who knows, understands, and still deals with the grind. Bottom line, be professional.
I just want the people that defended Naomi and Sasha Banks to have the same energy now.
Yeah, in hindsight, really a badass motherfucker. Anyway, as of course we know that when we come back, we're gonna get another person for the side of Triangle of Madness and Megan Dane, Marina Shafir, and Mercedes Moné. So at this point, Walter, which person do you think should come to aid the Sisters of Sin in their further destruction?
I mean,
It's probably Mercedes is probably next.
no way.
Prima donna princess doesn't know how to get violent. With all due respect to being an incredible bell-to-bell ring competitor, when was the last time Mercedes Moné actually broke anything besides a fingernail?
That bitch is last one.
That she's last one.
That bitch is.
I'm fair enough. I'm gonna call it right now. It's gonna be Thekla because hello,
Yeah.
Triangle of Madness. I bet it's gonna be Thekla.
Oh, this fits her though. This really fits Thekla.
Yeah, right. That badass from Austria, Vienna, Austria, freaking formerly part of Hate on Thai and Stardom. As we're back here at AEW Blood and Guts, and of course, first time ever, the women get to have fun, violent fun in the structure.
I bet you she hangs off the cage upside down like that spider pose, Noah.
That's it. Pounds my Willow to Julia Hart.
You heard Noah? I bet you
Yeah,
Thekla does that spider pose on the cage. Watch.
Well, let's see what happens here, and if your toxicity gets injected into this match in 2 seconds, as we find out who enters Blood and Guts next.
Yep. Damn, Willow's got Sky Blue's blood all over her.
And look at Thekla, adorned for war, to shed blood and make others shed it in all white.
Yep.
And of course, the Triangle of Madness have been running roughshod here in AEW since Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Thekla joined this alliance.
I would be scared right now if I was Willow and them. Like, that's so scary.
Nice Matrix escape there by Thekla against Harley. Toxic Spear.
This is how they breed it with Austria. Look at Gunther. Look at her.
And of course, Harley Cameron, not the first time she's felt that spear, of course. And Thekla looking for something in her boot. What did she?
She loosened her something. There's a belt? Is that a belt?
Leather strap. Oh, man!
Woo!
Take the hide from Harley Cameron at Nightingale.
And their backs are a little exposed. Like their shirt doesn't cover their back all the way. Aye!
Exactly. And Willow Nightingale, though, swing and a miss. Thekla even dug underneath. Oh! And Thekla now directing traffic here for Julia Hart and Sky Blue as we're 3-on-2 here. Oh, man!
Literally.
Leg. What a modified sweep the leg there.
This is traumatizing. It's bringing back bad memories of my mother with a belt.
Sky Blue right now and Thekla with the double boots to the Babes of Wrath right now as we wait for our next participant here in 6 seconds. And boy, do Harley Cameron and I need some help. Let's see what's coming next.
Jamie.
Oh my God, Jamie Hayter about to hit hard. Who declared Blood and Guts?
You know he's a hater.
You're damn fucking right I am. Not to mention, she is the first woman to end Thekla and loss in AEW.
What was that in the bag? Something like flew out of the bag.
I think it was thumbtacks.
Okay.
By the former Pro Wrestling Eve champion and AEW Women's World Champion.
She has a kendo
right
stick.
now.
That's dangerous.
This is Blood and Guts. We don't give a crap what's dangerous. We give a crap what's violent.
I'm just saying, hater.
Quick,
wait. Oh. And I just realized that shit is wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah, that was Sky Blue's woman she brought into play.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was pretty quick of an entrance.
Well, again, you gotta consider time constraints for television. They did say intervals. They didn't say defined time intervals. Not to mention, we have 12 women to enter this, not 10. And we're not even halfway through the field yet. Well, 10 minutes we are because we got 6. Excuse me, 3-on-3. Off the ropes, Kaza, Nora, Jamie Hayter catching Thekla. Oh, dropped her face first. Into the text, I think. Yep, those are fun texts spread all over that logo.
I think she got him right in her face, too.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, Willow Nightingale handing Jamie Hayter a weapon as we wait for our next participant.
I think it's gonna be Marina.
You think it's going to be Marina Shafir? Let's see if you're right.
They going. They.
It's the Mexican.
Something ascending from Athens to bring Armageddon. It's Penelope Ford and the Megasis, Megan Bayne. Watch out, people. Not gonna lie, I've been waiting for a long time to see Megan Bayne versus Jamie Hayter. I didn't know I would see it like this. Megan Bayne, who also made her return to Stardom recently, will be a part of the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Tournament alongside Hanako as the twin skyscrapers.
Ooh.
Oh, God!
Damn.
What?
She pretty much did a Claymore.
I'm about to say, with emphatic fashion, faraway slam to Harley Cameron, Megan Bayne is a difference maker, period. Big splash in the corner. Opposite splash from Bears of Wrath.
Advantage of not having Megan Bayne on your team is all the advantage you need, to be honest.
Megan Bayne is a one-woman army. Let's just be honest here. If she was in the freaking Gladiators arena, she would never get a thumbs down.
She's not going to suplex Willow and Harley at the same time.
To the Pimps of Wrath. Next time, Walter, why don't you try being Nostradamus and don't underestimate Megan Bayne's strength?
She picked Willow and... Wow.
Plenty shots right now between Jamie Hayter and Megan Bayne here. Jamie Hayter off the ropes. Megan Bayne catching Jamie up in the fireman's carry. Oh! Sends Hayter down face first. Deadlift Sherman! And of course, Harley Cameron has had her fair share of fallout with Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne. Let's not forget, Megan Bayne broke Harley Cameron's nose.
I think that trash lid had no effect.
Oh, boy. That kid in the midsection did, though. Megan Bayne is a weapon, doesn't need a weapon. And a scoop slam out of the camera on the trash can lid.
Who's baby faces are next, right?
That's correct.
Damn.
Good luck figuring out opposition of this Megasis.
The
Let's see who's
time is
next.
going back quick.
But they got to, again, TV time. Fuck television. Oh, baby. Here we go. The AEW Women's World Champion. Oh, God. Kris Statlander.
She got a pool cue.
She got a cane with her too, or a candlestick. Yep.
That's a pool cue.
And she just cracked it over the back of Megan Bayne.
8-ball corner pocket. She didn't even take her title off yet.
I mean, hey, use the title as a weapon. Why not? Because that's where it's at, damn it. As Kris Statlander will defend the Women's World Champion against Mercedes Moné at AEW Full Game. We will call it here, folks. That's the Mountain Studios. Stay tuned. As Kris Statlander right now is cleaning house. Blue Thunder Bomb on the golden chair. The Vader Bomb by Statlander with the belt.
Damn, she came up and really made a difference.
And that's why Stat is where it's fucking at.
Aminata's there.
And right, look, Queen Aminata right now fending off Penelope Ford. Of course, Queen Aminata is not in this, of course, because she's injured.
Well, Ford is in a sling too.
Oh! Well, Nightingale and Kris Statlander, very tumultuous history. Of course, been trying to see them work things out here over the last calendar year. Oh, watch out! And Megan Bayne coming in from behind. You gotta consider, Nick, that Willow Nightingale and Kris Statlander's history eventually was going to be revisited in some capacity. Oh boy. Can this be the match of Full Gear instead? I don't care about Mercedes Moné. Can I just get Megan Bayne versus Kris Statlander?
Not yet. The only way I want Megan Bayne in a title match next is if this bitch is winning it.
Okay, fair enough.
If she loses the tag title tournament.
Well, the Mega Sith right now squaring up against the AEW Women's World Champion. Who takes advantage? Stay tuned after this commercial break. Fuck television. All I'm going to say is this. People like Kris Statlander, Megan Bayne, Jamie Hayter are the definition of powerful women in professional wrestling. Why I love this fucking division.
You might as well put them in a triple threat.
So who do we got?
Walter, stop it. You're making me happy. Stop it. I mean,
Who do we got now left? We got Mercedes left.
Got Mercedes Moné, Marina Shafir, Mina Shirakawa, and Timeless Toni Storm at this point. 4 participants left.
Timeless Toni.
Timeless Toni Storm. Let's say it right. Shout out to my buddy King, AEW fam. And of course, Megan Bayne right now, one-woman wrecking crew of Kris Statlander. She's been on a year of reformation, has redefined herself in its women's division, knows exactly who she is.
You can't eat this chocolate.
And of course, Mercedes Moné did beat Kris Statlander last year, not once, but twice. The first ever singles encounter was in AEW Full Gear, though, in the most taxing TBS Championship match that Mercedes Moné had up to that point in her career. And of course, Queen Aminata, don't know the extent of her shoulder injuries, but again, I wish her the speed of the recoveries. And Penelope Ford will be out indefinitely.
Picture in picture. Ooh.
Good for you, Nick. Please go ahead and elaborate if you want. And again, Blue Thunder Bomb doesn't matter in this case, JJ, because the match has been begun. You can't win via pinfall, so your comment is null and void. Nice try, brother.
Wait, you guys don't get picture in picture?
No, Max. No, you get fucking commercials.
Oh, that's bitch.
Yeah, well, it is what it is when streaming services rule the world and they all fucking suck. But at least I will say this about Max. I don't have as many stupid commercial breaks as I do on ESPN.
Yeah, get out of my face! It's chocolate. You can't have it.
I'm about to say, that's poison. And right now, I'm not sure it was more poisonous in this match for my blood pressure. Everyone's got a dog. Our dog. Everyone's got a dog. Everyone's got a four-legged friend. Whether or not Kris Statlander has a friend in this match, that remains to be seen as she, again, is looking to do things all by herself.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly didn't even realize that till you guys said it before. Yeah, there's still the whole Kris and Willow dynamic. Are they friends or they're not friends? I didn't even realize that one. I kind of low-key forgot about that one.
Well, they respect each other. Either way, they still have respect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but again, as far as the tension goes, to Nick's point, it has been very low-key because both been doing their own thing this year. It's Kris Statlander now is the AEW Women's World Championship. An accolade that Willow Nightingale hasn't even accomplished yet. And Willow Nightingale, of course, is former TBS champion like Stat. But Statlander has been the only woman in AEW history to hold both the TBS AEW Women's World Championships. We are back at AEW Blood and Guts, and freaking woman wars ensuing here as Megan Bayne climbing the structure and Harley Cameron making her feel the wrath of the steel.
Harley, you know what? She is still green. She's still working on her stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But she takes bumps. She is not afraid to take bumps.
Speaking of that,
she's fearless, by the way, as we wait 8 seconds for our next participant, which will
he'll
be on the side of Moné and Triangle Madness.
4, 3, 2.
CEO's next.
Oh,
wow.
Bloody hell. And of course, it is PWI's #1, Ultimo Moné, Mercedes Moné, still longest reigning defending TBS champion and challenger next to the Women's World Championship.
We don't got time for you to do the GTA dance. Get your ass in there and get kicked. Go.
I'm surprised that she's up next.
Again, Kris Statlander made a very poignant point. Mercedes Moné lacks focus. And it's that lack of focus that will ensure she never becomes AEW Women's World Champion as long as she stays as egotistical on the 250 small things that she has. Big rising knee strike, but I will not deny what Mercedes Moné can do bell to bell. Now, let's see what she can do. She can be violent. Nice cigarette to Harris to Kris Statlander here. Of course, Mercedes Moné coming off another championship win, another championship to her portfolio in Italy.
In the ring, awesome. The attitude, though,
Yeah, a whole different conversation. Went for the double knees. Kris Statlander catching Mercedes Moné, perching on the top turnbuckle. Big forearm. Uh-oh. And I think Statlander is looking for a very emphatic point on the fireman's carry. Wait a minute.
On the title? Nope,
I've been
that's
looking
not
for Wednesday Night Fever. And Mercedes Moné avoiding the tombstone pile driver. Up and around. Oh, DDT to Statlander on the championship.
Ooh, Statlander just made her own downfall.
And you see Mercedes Moné now hoisting the AEW Women's World Championship.
That's not what tonight is about, bitch. Focus. Sorry,
Walter. Tell us how you really feel.
She's. Where's she going?
I mean, she's not going after anybody else. She made a statement, and now she's back outside. Yeah, well, wait a minute.
Okay, so Mina's probably the. Is she bringing in all the titles?
Wait,
I
they're gonna
mean-
be in Boston next week. Oh,
That's correct.
She's
Mercedes
this
Moné now
bitch is
bringing-
bringing all her titles in the match.
Well, what was this supposed to prove?
it gives all her partners something, a weapon, I guess.
Do you really think she gives a fuck about anybody she's working with here?
Nope.
Yes. Everybody has a title, and they're all gonna start whipping them.
Oh, well, Mercedes Moné apparently has given everybody 10 pounds of punishment to use.
This bitch doesn't look like she's got a scratch on her.
And Jamie Hayter right now in the ring all by herself. Megan Bayne and Mercedes Moné whipping Kris Statlander.
Like,
This is chocolate.
I mean, at the end of the day, those belts, 8 pounds or 10 pounds, that's still a metal plate against human skin. Ooh.
Megan
All right,
Megan
Cameron.
Bayne is bleeding.
About to say, all these bitches are going to be bleeding by the end of this. We
Okay,
wait for our next
me-
bitch's
I-
man
I'm
in 5
calling it.
seconds.
I'm calling Mina's next.
We'll find out here in a moment. Let's see who joins the field.
Yep.
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
You want Nina? Because here comes
Ah!
Nina
Mina make me so happy.
with a barbed wire baseball bat.
Oh,
That beauty can be very violent, by the way, for those that don't know.
Mina bring a smile to my face.
I mean, she brings a smile to anyone's face. Oh! The barbed wire baseball bat to the rear end of Thekla, tossing the bat to Mina. Drop kick.
She ain't bringing smiles to her opponent's face right now.
I mean, at the end of the day, let's not forget Mina Shirakawa just lost the Ring of Honor Interim Women's World Television Championship to Mercedes Moné at Wrestle Dream.
I was pissed about that.
Everyone was. And Mina to the opposite side, wiping out the Sisters of Sin.
Woo, you lucky Statlander was there because you almost fell off that turnbuckle.
And Mercedes Moné swing and miss. Now Kris Statlander hoisting Mina up and whoa! It's the innovative tag team offense there. And of course, Mina Shirakawa and Mercedes Moné, 2 one-on-one matches in their respective careers with each other. Mercedes Moné has won both of them. And right now, Mina Shirakawa and Mercedes Moné squaring off while everyone else right now is pretty much indisposed. Still to come, of course, is Marina Shafir to finish out the opposite side. And Thomas Toni Storm will be the final participant. Speaking of which, Greensboro, you're about to have a problem in 4 seconds.
Uh-oh. 5 for me. 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you think? What do you think? Mina? What do you think? Marina comes up with?
I shudder to think. I'm a little nervous.
Well, considering Mina Shirakawa is a former MMA fighter, she might
No,
consider
this-
herself
I was
a
gonna
weapon.
say this is sick. She's not coming out with anything because
'Cause
she's the problem.
She's the weapon.
But at the end
Exactly.
of the day, does this problem have a solution? She's literally demanded people in Defy, let's not forget, still Defy Women's Champion, to solve her. No one saw Marina Shafir yet. And John Moxley's claimed that no one wants to fight her. Well, now she's got a ton of people that might be ready to fight her. And look who's waiting for her. Kris Statlander.
Mira is a badass.
Period. And Kris Statlander is also a badass. And what the hell? Marina Shafir bringing Kris Statlander to the outside of Blood and Guts.
I kind of wish Mira and Lola Vice were in the same company because.
I'm about to say, the last time we saw, oh man, Hart Arch with the barricade.
Uh-oh.
Marina Shafir and Kris Statlander involved together.
Oh my!
What the fuck?
What is that?
That's the bed of nails.
nails John Moxley used 2 years ago. I didn't know that was in the building. Oh dear God! No! And Marina Shafir ringing the eyes of Kris Statlander. Oh dear God! Get to the midget. Ah, John!
Well,
And
physics
Statlander
Taking
falls
out
back
Cruz.
first on a painful bed of nails.
physics dictate that as long as all the spikes are exactly the same length, then it's not gonna puncture your skin.
Well, that still fucking hurts like hell.
Of course it does.
Marina Shafir now inside. Judo takeover on Jamie Hayter. Now, Jamie Hayter dealing with the problem for the first time ever, I believe.
It
As
took
we wait for our final participant, And lights,
Oh my
camera,
God.
blood and guts will fully take action in 2 seconds.
Dude,
What is
she's
what is
doing
Tony?
judo throws left and right. That's what
What
those
does
throws
Tony
are.
come out as? What does Tony come out as?
I don't know. Name the most violent competitor you can think
Timeless
of.
so far.
Bringing out what the hell?
Oh my God, my kids done gave this
Oh,
dog.
she's using a bottle. Oh Jesus.
Oh no, we saw
I
her
thought
go.
there was a I swear I thought there was a brick in that purse.
I'm about to say, don't rule it out, Walter. Is all I'm gonna say. Let's not forget, she went Taipan against Mariah May at Revolution in the Hollywood. MJ, good God!
She's Joker.
And
She's
Blaney
taking
in
a
the
pill.
Triangle of Madness with a fistful of pearls.
Stop giving the dog zoomies.
And that means officially of all 12, we have officially began Blood and Guts. And Shafir was unfazed with that shot to the head. Oh boy.
I think Toni, you just made a mistake.
Toni Storm's about to have a problem.
This is when Toni
It's
knew she
midsection.
fucked up.
About to say, a nice Morgan Freeman impression there. The rising knee strikes there by Marina Shafir. Again, at this point, the only way this match ends now, Tiger Fink kick, looking for the head scissors trap, is via surrender or submission.
I want to see somebody jump off this cage. Which girl is jumping on? Tony's got the bottle. Tony's got the bottle.
Yeah, Mercedes Moné as the AEW Women's World Championship, and she just whipped Thomas Toni Storm, of course, Thomas Toni Storm, and Mercedes Moné, her first and only loss ever in AEW.
Hey, Josh Barnett, if you're watching this, can you book Mira for Bloodsport, please?
For the Nightingale right now. Meeting of the minds and the Sisters of Sin. As Timeless Toni Storm's about to go Taipan, taping up her fist and about to punch that bottle of glass. Oh no. We saw Orange Cassidy do this in Anarchy in the Arena in Wembley Stadium.
Well, we saw her do it at the Hollywood ending.
Exactly.
Oh, we've seen Toni go hardcore, so.
Doesn't get more hardcore than embracing your fists with glass, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Willingly. Freaking Joker looks sane.
That's Kickboxer, if you remember that movie.
Rising strikes right now to Mina Shirakawa by Maria Shafir. And look at Thomas Toni Storm's fighter stance. Whoa, wait for the high kick. Oh! And using the broken glass fist across the head of Megan Bayne and Maria Shafir.
If she gets Skye, Blue's already cut open.
Let's give her action dog! By the Forever Lovers, Mina Shirakawa and Thomas Toni Storm backing it up into freaking Maria Shafir and Megan Bayne.
Damn.
Of course, the Forever Lovers, Thomas Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa will face Alex Winza and Rico in the opening round of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. And Megan Bayne and Maria Shafir will face Ty J. The right bracket hasn't even started yet, by the way, in the tournament, I want to point out.
Oh, yeah, huh? That's right.
Tarantula being applied here by Julia Hart to Harley Cameron, Kris Statlander, double-legging Skye Blue. The history of
And
Kris
there's no
Statlander,
5-second break.
Nope. There's no disqualification. There are no rope breaks. The only way this ends is via submission. Surrender! Big DDT. Takeover by Thomas Storm, Shirakawa to Megan Bayne. The violence fully ensuing here. All 12 of these women going hardcore war. As this match continues, restaurant client picture-in-picture. Fuck television.
Not that there's ever good timing. That was bad timing on that commercial. It was just picking up.
Well, I mean, at this point right now, we're just waiting to see what the damnedest thing these 12 women are going to do to they're inside those 2 rings. As again, they're trapped. There's no escape.
They're only restricted by their own mind.
I'm pretty sure these 8 of the women are bleeding at this point, and I love it. Anyway, continue, Nick.
I don't think anybody's jumping off the cage in this match because there's
they don't need to. Okay, you don't need a glorified spot just because you think you can do it. All right.
Yeah, I don't think just because I don't see any control. Oh, the table's pulled out.
Solo. That doesn't surprise me.
Unless sorry, hold on, Walter. Unless somebody's going through the top of the cage down a la Mankind when he went through the ring. Other than that, I don't think anybody's jumping off the cage, unless in this match at least. We're still waiting for Darby.
Ask Ron to read what happens for doing moves for move's sake in these kind of matches.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to say there's a reason when Dusty Rhodes introduced this Nightmare Cacophony, it had a roof to begin with in WCW. As of course, right now, as I said, we literally have the entire right side of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship tournament involved in this. None of the competitors, pretty much, have faced each other yet. And the Bears of Rab will face the Sister of Sins in the semifinals, while Kris Statlander will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Mercedes Moné at Full Gear. I also do consider the woman Marina Shafir coming to play in the men's War Games match based on what happens here. She's been the ride or die partner of Jon Moxley since Jon Moxley lost last year for being during the Tetsuya Naito, and said this wasn't your company anymore. She was the first F rider.
She gets involved in all his matches anyway, so don't.
Well, she's bleeding.
I mean, you got Taipan fist to the head, you're going to be bleeding. Continue, Walter.
Any match that he's involved in that has no rules, she's there.
Well, I'm about to say, this is the damnedest match that doesn't have any rules except submission or surrender when all participants enter, Walter. It doesn't get more damned than that.
The only way she can't help Moxley is if somebody takes her out during this match.
Well, I'm about to say, she's got a ton of people that could try and take her out. I mean, we just saw what happened when Marina Shafir squared up against Timeless Toni Storm. We got 12 belts in the ring. Well, 13 technically, because Kris Statlander has the only championship that matters, but nonetheless.
The only way she'll quit is if you literally cut the oxygen off. I do not see her, Shafir, tapping it ever.
I mean, to be fair, in the men's freaking Blood and Guts one year, they literally were choking the life out with a unit that Jon Moxley surrendered.
I remember.
2 years ago, actually. As we are back here at AEW Blood and Guts, and the women right now are unleashing absolute hell on each other. All 12 women trapped inside the single steel cage.
Skye,
this is how you start.
Skye,
this is how you start an event.
And Skye Blue right now holding on for dear life while Jamie Hayter has her up. Power bomb through the table and break.
And then followed by an elbow.
That it still didn't break.
It still didn't break.
This bitch is going through the table.
Not enough gravity behind that offense, apparently.
I don't know. It almost seemed like she didn't jump high enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to say that's some close combat there.
Aubrey's trying to pick up the freaking glass and get that out of there.
Yeah, good luck with that, Aubrey. As we just had a superplex by Thekla and Julia Hart. We've gone 40+ minutes, by the way, right now. Double clothesline, Willow Nightingale wiping out the triangle of madness. I don't see a single person here right now with any sort of advantage. Watch out! Except for Megan Bayne with that flying clothesline. Spinning solo out the Mina Shirakawa, hooking up Megan Bayne, tornado, DDT!
Every time you get a freaking momentum, somebody's there in your face.
Well, you got 12 women here. German suplex by Toni Storm and Shafir after Shafir brained freaking Mina. Mercedes Moné sealed with a kiss, hooking up Timeless Toni Storm, the Moné Maker. And now Statlander hooking up Mercedes Moné, and Moné escapes.
Backstabber. Or at least I think that's what she. Yep.
Yeah, yes. That's a backstabber. Usually stuff for the statement maker. What the hell? And now Mini Moné. What the hell is she doing here? Well, wait a minute. Guys, Harley Cameron's got a loaded fist.
Oh,
Brock now goes Jack in the jaw of the CEO.
She just unloaded it on Mercedes.
Talk about $1 million punch. STO. Heel trip by Julia Hart to Harley Cameron. And Thekla with a stomp to Harley Cameron. Of course, Thekla was the one that allowed her team to have the advantage here in Blood and Guts, beating Harley Cameron on Collision.
That table is still there.
That table's got to break eventually if someone's spine doesn't first. I'm just saying.
Where's Julia going?
Right now,
where's Julia going?
Why is she trying to fit through that little ass?
It's Julia Hart literally trying to crawl out.
She did it. She can fit.
What the fuck are these two doing?
Damn, they can fit.
That's why Julia Hart just crawled out in between the rings through the structure, through the truss.
Literally, there's a small diamond there, and they got through it. No.
That's the first I've ever seen here. While Julia Hart and Thekla right now are looming on the outside and asking Mike Posey for the key.
I don't think I've ever seen that ever before.
I don't think I've ever seen that, but I think Mike Posey's never seen this. He might want to turn around. Then again, he might not want to. And a spear! Thekla just one time I posed him with a toxic spear. And now they got the key to the blood and guts cage.
Mercedes is instructing them to do something. Just unlock it.
Well, I mean, why else would they
That
freaking
was
have
smart. That was smart of them to do that. Ooh.
Oh! Ah!
Oh, God damn!
I don't like the way she landed.
Yeah,
They
he
slipped on
first
something.
steps in face first in the corner of the barricade. Hardly camera thrown out now. If nothing else, it's almost like they're eliminating the field from blood and guts. Because Statlander driven out of the cage.
I think the steps have glass or something on it because she slipped. Like,
I don't know what the hell's happening here. Thekla right now, square up Hardly camera, Jamie. Hey, a double toxic spear. Good grief. And what the hell is Mercedes Moné doing right now with Kris Statlander trying to tie her up? It looks like, and Kris, that happened. Oh! And face first, the door goes into Megan Bayne. Kris Statlander hoisting up Thekla and Julia Hart into the steel cage. Power stat, always where it's at.
Any future women but a guts match, you got a lot to follow.
And Mercedes Moné and Kris Statlander right now. Oh, you had to call the top coming into play as our AEW Women's World Championship match are climbing the fucking cage.
Oh, they hooking Mercedes through that same diamond with a one-legged. Ow!
That one-legged heel hook almost, or Achilles lock. Never seen anything like that before here.
A meteor.
I fought.
Oh my God! Wait, is she gonna put it through the table with the belt?
Well, I don't know right now. Mercedes Moné up on the shoulders of Kris Statlander, falling back through the table.
I knew it. That's the reason that table was there.
Avalanche Samoan drop through Mercedes Moné's championship portfolio.
Wait, they're locking it with the key in the inside of the cage now. Look.
Well, Kris Statlander and Mercedes Moné are left outside of it. And a fucking heat.
They got no way back in unless they can fit through that diamond. Look, she locked it in the inside.
Or someone's got bolt cutters. To your point, Harley Cameron, Kris Statlander, and Mercedes Moné have all been locked outside the cage. I believe Jamie Hayter has as well. That leaves Timeless Toni Stormer and Mina Shirakawa in, I think at this point, a 5-on-2.
Yeah, this is really unfair now.
Timeless Toni Storm right now crowning Marina Shafir with more glass, it looks like. And the only reinforcement right now is the weapons you use as, oh, good Lord.
Oh, my God. She is only limited by her mind.
Well, we're talking about Timeless Toni Storm. That's a dangerous mind to try and think about, Walter. And Mina, Timeless Toni Storm. Oh, God!
They just...
Shafir DDT into the glass!
They DDT'd her through glass. Holy shit. And what is Toni reaching for?
That is a mirror.
Holy shit. Oh my God! She's putting the glass side on.
Mirror on the wall, Shafir. You're about to get fucked up. Worst of all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear God.
Oh, she's gonna. Oh.
Shattered production. Lights, cameras. Oh my God.
Shattered production turned into shattered dreams.
Face first, the mirror front of the Timeless Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm shattered.
Oh my God, Mina's bleeding bad.
And Mina Shirakawa and Timeless Toni Storm busted open off of that move. Willow Nightingale now looking to hook Megan Bayne up in between the ring partitions, and a Stillback blocks.
Oh my God, that hurts. That's right in the ah.
That's a double steel beam across your spine.
And there was some glass there too, Noah. Look.
Mina teeing up against Megan Bayne with a barbed wire baseball bat.
Dude, who the hell is gonna tap?
I mean, a glamorous figure 4 leg lock with a barbed wire baseball bat in the middle. That's a pretty good way to make somebody surrender.
But Maria Shafir's in the corner over there still. Look.
Yeah, but she literally right now is not helping Mina Shirakawa or Megan Bayne in this hold.
Look what she's doing.
What the fuck?
She stepped into glass to make it connect to the tape. Oh my God.
And she just stomped Mina's chest with a glass-filled bare foot.
And then she judo threw her. That's a judo throw right into it.
I gotta say, Timeless Toni Storm helpless to watch as the Triangle of Madness have her trapped.
She's got a thirst choke on her too.
and being whipped
Okay,
by
with this ending,
the TBS championship. If Tyler Story wants to stop, all you just do is surrender.
if
And she
this,
might
if
have
this,
to save her partner.
I was gonna say, if this ends like this, you're looking at your inaugural AEW Tag Team Champions.
And Tyler Storm, are you willing to save your partner?
Save her!
There's nothing she can do. And
Dude,
again,
you know how lethal a dark
Skye,
choke
she gave
is?
up.
an unconscious Mina Shirakawa. And that's it. Toni Storm surrendered. Toni
Yeah, but
Storm
she's still
surrendered
going.
to Mina Shirakawa. She couldn't watch it anymore.
She couldn't stomach it.
God.
She made a sacrifice for her partner, but now she's sacrificing herself, man. It's still, look at the advantage.
About to say, you got Triangle of Madness, Megan Bayne, and Marina Shafir with Timeless Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa trapped with them inside this freaking structure of hell. It's official.
crazy.
There it is. Timeless Toni Storm surrendered after Mina Shirakawa was rendered unconscious in Mother's Milk, being whipped with the TBS Championship. Triangle of Madness, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and Mercedes Moné, your winners of the first ever women's Blood and Guts, and damn, that was fucking violent.
They won't stop. They're still hitting her.
Of course they won't stop. They don't give a shit.
And no one can save them because remember, the cage is locked from the inside now.
Well, maybe the referee can. Aubrey Edwards right now trying to separate Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne from Timeless Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, and Mina's seriously hurt. Jesus.
I don't know how she's going to fare in this tournament now. She might have been injured just now.
Well, I'm sure Sky Blue loved this fever dream that turned into a living nightmare as the Triangle of Madness prevailed inside Blood and Guts with Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne in a first ever. That's going to be a top that shit standard for sure. Wow.
Dude, Shafir is badass. She stepped in glass barefoot. That's crazy.
There's a reason why John Moxley chose Marina Shafir more than any other woman on this roster to be his only female Death Rider. What a match, though. That was fucking crazy. Also, that was fucking awesome. I'm not going to lie.
I don't even know what I just watched. That's pay-per-view quality match.
That's AEW sometimes for you. Pay-per-view level television, even if it's still on a fucking streaming service that we hate with commercials. And again, Marina Shirakawa, get that woman some help as you see a bleeding Triangle Master and Megan Bayne standing triumphant. The woman that didn't bleed was Julia Hart. That's crazy to think about, by the way, too. And
I don't think
Kris
Mercedes bled.
Statlander checking on Harley Cameron as well.
I don't think Mercedes bled.
No.
Yeah, you might be right, but she might have a rearranged spine as we get ready for the Falls Count Anywhere match with Hangman Page and Powerhouse Hobbs as they try and clean up the rings and get ready as Isaac continues here. Damn, fucking hell, you need to
raise the cage.
That was awesome.
That was, you know what? I said it pre-match.
Go for it, bro.
Skye impressed me a lot. Dude, the way Skye bled and still went on with that match, that's ballsy. Those women showed out. They should all be proud of what they did and being the first women to do a match like that in AEW.
Hell yeah.
They should be proud.
I'm just going to say this right now. That's how you fucking book women to fight inside a cage structure with two rings. Learn something, industry.
When you think about it, Noah, if this Falls Count Anywhere match is now, you don't even need to raise the cage. Just have it outside the ring. Like, it's already Falls Count Anywhere.
To be fair, that's true.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's where they
Hangman Page fighting Powerhouse Hobbs backstage as we speak.
Yeah.
What a freaking
just production-wise and production-wise and cleanup crew, you might as well just leave the cage there. Like, fuck it, let's stay outside the ring.
Toni surrendering to save Mina. That's just freaking cinema.
Mm-hmm. Joe figure. How ironic.
I'm about to say, right? All right, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the comments here real quick. Safet saying, what a match. Elizabeth, my friend Sandy, saying, thinking like now, Toni and Mina, if they're still alive. I mean, they are breathing, I think. Yeesh. will be the first AEW Women's Tag Champions. Honestly, don't know the brackets right now. I'll share the bracket later because this fucking company has a women's division and a tag team division, and I'm fucking for it. And JJ here with a question, so we'll go ahead and acknowledge it. Notice, though, the winners raised their arms, but Mercedes was nowhere to be found. She was put through a fucking table because she was laid out on the outside. A sign, message, they're over Mercedes, thoughts. Walter, go ahead and lend your thoughts. You're sometimes in the Renegade's mind. Maybe you think like him. What do you think towards this comment?
He might be on to something, but I mean, I think she was just out of it. She was like dazed and not getting up, but I wouldn't put it past her cocky ass.
Yeah, I'm about to say, someone needs their freaking ego put into check, and it's Mercedes Moné. Darren, if you're joining the chat, that was crazy. That's blood and guts, damn it!
Imagine her and Ethan Page in the same room. Who would have more ego?
Well, one has a nickname, the other one has 13 championships. I think the question answers itself. What?
But in regards to JJ's message,
yeah, go ahead, Nick. Answer JJ's. Give your thoughts for JJ's comment.
I see where he's going with it, but at the same time, regardless of how you look at it, Mercedes won that match. So I think it still lends into the fact that I don't think she's winning at Full Gear.
Like I said, there's a reason 1 year later that bitch will never win the big one, and Statlander is where it's at, all right? There's a reason why this is the year of reformation, and there's a reason why Kris Statlander is the AEW Women's World Champion. I'm just
Hey, we could be wrong, though. Let's be real, though. Let's give everybody – we could be wrong in what we're saying.
We could.
It's too early in Statlander's reign to lose it.
But let's be honest here, dude. If Jessie Jane can what the fuck in WWE and make Cinnamon Akira lose the NXT Women's Championship in her first defense, anything's possible.
True.
Stop moving on telling lies. As we have a moment to breathe here. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell?
Is that Jurassic Express?
That's Jurassic Express, and I believe FTR.
They're not in the Fall Count Anywhere match. They're not in any match.
Alice family. Oh, man. And Margaret Mel just hit Luchasaurus with something in the back. Let's not forget the Don Callis family is facing Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega at Full Gear in a trios match.
I think he hit him with like a wooden board or something, but it had no effect.
Well, they're out in a parking lot, so regardless right now, and look who's out there.
Oh, those are Jack.
And the Broke Bucks.
Are they gonna owe money? No.
All I know is that this family needs to be broken very soon.
Oh man, did the Jackson borrow money from the family, and now they have to owe a debt by being with them?
I think Don Callis adopted the Young Bucks and is hoping that they bring home $1 million. Still to come at AEW Full Gear. As Okada says, don't wait too long. Decision time.
Imagine that was what
Jackson joined the Don Callis family.
Walter, what you just said though.
What
did you just say? What if the Bucks borrowed money from Don Callis?
Right? Yeah.
Borrowed money.
Don't stop at that. Hold on. What if they actually did? What if in those documents that they shredded was them borrowing money or something from Don Callis in exchange for something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the story.
Like, I mean, again, you're not too far wrong as we get ready for our next match here. As Blind Guts continues. Aminata Page, of course, going into Falls Count Anywhere War, way less than 100% with a bandage up midsection. Had to be planted with a World's Strongest Slam off the stage for a table to the floor last week on Dynamite, facing Powerhouse Hobbs for the second time ever one-on-one action. Tonight in a Falls Count Anywhere match. These two have not shared the ring one-on-one since 2021 on Saturday Night Dynamite.
God.
Shout out to the ring crew for getting all of that stuff cleaned off.
AEW knows how to keep their shit together when it comes to the ring area, period.
Oh my God, Zaire, get your dog. He farted. That thing is horrible.
Powerhouse Hobbs, of course, still 1/3 of the Trios champions, of course, after beating Hangman, Hook, and Eddie Kingston last week on Dynamite. We're going to break him and that page back even more and soften him up for Samoa Joe.
Heyman better not look past Powerhouse Hobbs. This is a big dude.
I don't think him and Page is looking toward past Powerhouse Hobbs, but I do think him and Page is emotionally driven to send a message at the expense of Powerhouse Hobbs, where he might hurt his own body even further in the process. We've seen him and Page go to pyrrhic means to send a statement to his opponents or get a win. And I don't know if that's a wise move ahead of facing Samoa Joe again. Remember, at Full Gear, it's him and Page versus Samoa Joe again for the AEW World Championship. And that's literally in 2 weeks.
I don't think it's Hobbs' job to win tonight. It's just to beat him down and leave just enough for Samoa Joe.
I'm about to say, I don't know how much Samoa Joe needs. You see him and Page heavily bandaged up, Walter.
His ribs are bandaged like a mofo.
And you know as well as I do, when your core is compromised, everything hurts you.
I've had bruised ribs. Dude, taking a breath hurts.
Right now, Powerhouse Hobbs already pulling off the turnbuckle. And again, this is false count anywhere. There is no disqualification. It looks like Hangman is willing to play that game.
I wonder, is a certain fellow from Long Island watching this?
That's a good point also, because we can't forget in the wings, eventually, when he figures out himself, Maxwell Jacob Freeman does still have a guaranteed shot at the AEW World Championship. He just has to give the champ 1 week's notice. And it was at World's End that Samoa Joe was MJF's undoing.
That's right.
And Powerhouse Hobbs right now looking to be him and Page's undoing. Whoa! Just
little snake eyes, but it didn't work.
And right now, both men right now just avoiding disaster where flesh meets steel. Double to the midsection, though, and him and Page right now saving his face for the time being. We just saw 8 women bleed buckets of blood violently and beautifully. I don't know if I need to see him and Page Powerhouse Hobbs bleed right now, considering after this, we still have the men's blood and guts match.
No, not with Moxley in the blood and guts match. Nobody else needs to bleed, because once he's in there.
Yeah, that's a good point. And also, let's put this in perspective. This is the first blood and guts without a follow-up Royal Rampage, because Rampage no longer exists. That's why we're in this historical night tonight. Nice breaking ball clothesline there by him and Page Powerhouse Hobbs. And notice how they actually use both rings here. Hangman now going from one ring to the other.
I already see it. He's going to do the craziest buckshot lariat from one ring to another. Watch.
We'll see if that's enough right now. Hangman out of the corner. Great separation. Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, man. Sting rolls for Hangman.
Speaking of, but these are 2 beefy bucks going at it.
And Powerhouse Hobbs, the definition of beef.
All right, beef is what's considered.
And founder of the meat division alongside Miro, lest we forget, at AEW All Out a few years ago. Now we're moving Hangman's midsection.
Yep. And there's nowhere to hide when there's a Fall Count Anywhere match.
And everything is legal. And everything's a weapon.
Imagine if Mox doesn't bleed.
Oh.
Well, there was a couple of matches that shocked me he didn't bleed in, but
Yeah,
Imagine,
exactly.
like, with all the blood that we're seeing tonight, he turns on and he says, "I'm not gonna bleed."
About to say, John Moxley's confidence might be stirred by his lust for drinking his own blood. But his opponents, I don't think has let up, Nick.
right? What if everybody but him bleeds?
Exactly. Like, that'd be such a cock tease. Everybody bleeds but him.
That's a furtive fever dream you're trying to create there, I'm just saying. And him and Page right now trying to hoist Powerhouse Hobbs to the all-elite fleet. Again, does not have the strength of his core, though, to help lift Powerhouse Hobbs here.
I'll be honest, though. I never understood the heel turn. Like, the heel turn from the ops came out of nowhere.
Well, again, Samoa Joe, we don't know how much more longer he has in his career. And Samoa Joe, he was apoplectic. He lost to him and Page. That might have felt like the last chance for the AEW World Championship. As far as Powerhouse Hobbs and Katsuyori Shibata, Samoa Joe leading by example, I'm not surprised they turned heel with him, especially because they're the Trios champions. The odds never lacking.
I said it on the call with Noah. I knew it was gonna happen because no one's gonna boo the Hurt Syndicate. So they were like, we need to change the ops to the heels because they didn't want to do faces versus faces.
Oh! And Hobbs goes crashing first side into steel ring steps. Hangman Page narrowly avoiding disaster here. You still see him, of course, grasping his ribs and his core, fully exposed now since removing those bandages.
Yeah, the bandages are just there to relieve pressure. Without it, now he's full pain.
Oh, no. And caught. Oh, God.
That'll crack a rib or two.
And that don't the table well. Hobbs.
There's a rib, no barbecue sauce.
About to say, something I mentioned to Toni Schiavone. Let's not forget, Toni Schiavone was involved in that little Halloween prank with Hangman Page against.
What is he doing?
Oh, no. That's a power slam on the steel steps.
He pretty much just did the world's strongest slam on the freaking steps.
Hobbs, Hangman Page with a fucking horseshoe. As this falls count anywhere match continues and restaurant quality picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere. Fuck television.
I told you, his job isn't to win this match. It's just to hurt him. Dude, he's not even going for pins or anything.
That's pretty much a strong way to hurt him, Walter. Damn. Oh, my gosh. That's just
I'm telling you, it's just to leave a little piece left for Samoa Joe. That's basically all what he should be doing tonight.
Yeah, right. About to say. And Safet right now with a little bit of shadow fight. Technically, you're right. She was on the winning side, but again, definitely was not involved in the victory as her and Statlander took each other out.
She still got the win.
Well, I guess a win's a win in the record books, as everyone tells me. Doesn't mean you have to like it. No, the assault backstage. Luchasaurus key to victory in the 6-man tag match. Manic, hope they know what they're doing. Don't ever trust on Callis.
Hey, the rule book just has a W or an L next to your name. Doesn't say how you did it.
There's got to be some sort of book, dusted beyond belief, buried in some archive that actually tells the whole story behind a win and a loss. Some point in wrestling. I'm just saying. And
have you guys? Speaking of books, and we are talking about AEW. Did you guys pick up the All Elite book?
No, I have not. Have you?
No, I haven't. So I was asking you. I know that Ryan picked it up and he read it.
Bro, I can't even afford to pay attention right now. I ain't picking nobody's books. I ain't picking nobody's pay-per-view.
I mean, it's one of those things, though. You pick and choose what you put your money into. And, of course, we're going to put our money into bringing you coverage of AEW Full Gear, WWE Survivor Series, War Games, TNA Turning Point, Ring of Honor Final Battle, and, of course, NXT Deadline, all the way to TNA Final Resolution. And, of course, AEW World's End as that wraps up the pay-per-view and PLE schedule for the Super Live Studios for the calendar year. But we still have so many other watch longs for y'all as well, including other TV specials. AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving, Monday Night Raw next week, the Raw from Madison Square Garden, and so much more. So if you're enjoying the reaction, commentary, and coverage with me and my friends here at the Super Live Studios, keep tuning in, follow along with us, like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You can do this for all the biggest shows, specials, pay-per-views, and PLEs across all things wrestling. But again, it's one of those things where, again, your money has to justify what you put it into. Do you get your worth? And Walter, you've already said verbatim. AEW pay-per-views, they don't miss.
They sure don't.
And of course, we'll be covering AEW Full Gear. Folks, stay tuned for more on that. And then we'll be predicting the same week as that show. Stay tuned for more on that.
Are you picture-in-picture, Nick, or are you full commercial?
I'm picture-in-picture.
I'm about to say, Hangman Page is probably trying to freaking grab his.
Oh, what's happening, man?
I don't know if you want to spoil it.
I mean, dude, you're not spoiling anything. You're keeping us in tune as we're back here at AEW Blood and Guts with Hobbs and Hangman Page in the ring on the right, and Hobbs again just hoisting Hangman Page and driving him back first in that exposed turnbuckle.
Oh my God, that left a mark in his back.
Rain power slam. Now Hobbs with the cover. Paul Turner counts to 2.
Surprised he even went for the cover.
I mean, at this point, how much punishment does Powerhouse Hobbs need to do to Hangman Page? How much punishment does Samoa Joe want Powerhouse Hobbs to inflict on Hangman Page versus what he wants to do?
I agree with that tweet.
And about to say, AEW right now trending on the X and everyone talking about bloody good match that was. Emphasis on bloody. As everyone's talking about AEW Blind Gus now, you all can be part of the conversation and hashtag AEW Dynamite. As I already gave my respect to those women. That's a fucking women's division that knows how to fight and get violent, man. That is a fucking definition of a war and a justified ending, not just a gimmick. Powerhouse Hobbs bringing Hangman's back over the steps like Bayne breaking Batman. DC reference. Respect.
You merely
Right
adopted the dog. I was born in it.
I was born in the world of violence. Delightful violence indeed. Brian Danielson on commentary right now. Powerhouse Hobbs and Hangman on page. This could be disaster.
Oh my god, he didn't even clear the table. Look, the freaking switchboard is still on there.
Yeah, this is not going to end well. And a bad body drop. Oh, man.
Oh my god, the way he landed. And you know Hobbs
bounced.
history. You know he got a history of knee problems. You saw the way he landed?
He bounced off his tailbone.
Ugh.
Disastrous land for Powerhouse Hobbs.
Dude, that could have compressed his spine, literally.
Whoa. That clothesline sending Hobbs over the barricade into the All-Elite Fleet in Greensboro.
Dude,
And
Nostradamus.
this is not going to be any better.
I'm telling you, watch. We're going to see a buckshot liver from one ring to the other.
How the hell is Hobbs still back up on his feet is what I want to know after that.
I don't know. What the hell is that smell?
And look at this again. Watch the way he bounced. Jesus.
Dude, he literally had a seat.
Might as well have an ejector seat.
You making that nasty crab soup?
Right now, Hangman and Page teeing up against Powerhouse Hobbs here. And borrowing a drink from the fans. Cowboy always has a drink on the job. Go figure.
Hey, man. You wouldn't be much of a cowboy, right?
I mean, again, the definition of cowboy, tobacco and drinking. Oh, side moonsaults!
And he landed on his feet.
And somehow, adrenaline alone with a compromised core and ribs, picture perfect connection to Hobbs.
Mind you, that's not a luchador doing that. That's a dude that's like 6'5".
Well, Hangman Page has always been considered a hybrid athlete, though. But to your point, yeah, that's a heavyweight.
He's at least
Hangman Page once again walking the tightrope of the barricade and just clubbing Hobbs. Very unsteady on his feet. That's Hangman trying to hoist Hobbs up. I don't think this is wise.
Was he going for dead shot? Shot?
He was, exactly. Again, with a bad back and bad ribs, you are not going to lift a man like Powerhouse Hobbs that easily.
He's taking out the trash, though.
And branding Hobbs with that trash can. Somehow Hobbs is still on his feet. Now, Hangman, it's Spine Buster for a table.
Oh my god.
Counter kick out too by Hangman.
Well, if his ribs weren't cracked before, they are now.
That's one way to knock the win out of your opponent. Good
How the hell did he kick out?
Again, the Coliseum, how fitting. The Coliseum playing for war.
I always told you the one thing you can't measure on a man is their heart.
At this point right now, we don't know if we're even going to have Hangman and Page available before Gareth Hobbs has his way.
You know?
And Powerhouse Hobbs and Hangman and Page going up higher into the bleachers. Amongst the stands. Look at that crowd, by the way. I love seeing stuff like that.
He might not make it to next Saturday at all.
And they are high above the floor here.
Oh, hell no.
He is not thinking about literally throwing Hangman over that railing, is he?
Is there a table down there?
I don't know, but they're pretty high above that bomb. Dear God.
He's going to World Strong Slam him that way?
Oh, no, not from that height.
He's not over the railing, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Hangman and Page, though, not looking for that move again. Yeah, you see AEW security, by the way, there to protect the fans. And Hangman clubbing Hobbs. Hobbs is perched, by the way, on that railing. And, oh, good Lord, I sense disaster. And Hangman has his way. Powerhouse Hobbs is going to go for a ride. And this might end this match very quickly, Walter, and abruptly.
Yeah, I shudder to think what the hell be on Hobbs' mind.
What about Hangman's mind? We know this cowboy's fucking crazy. Oh, no, that's a big old cowboy boot. Looking to go into Powerhouse Hobbs. Head first, Hobbs. Get You gotta be fucking kidding me!
They literally lifted the lighting crate off the ground. Did you see that?
Hobbs literally left in a freaking electrified heat in that staging equipment.
You hit him with his boot. Out the kitchen, boy.
What the fuck? Shoot, forget Pin, the man, he's gotta be out. And referee
It's
there,
over.
counts the cover, and Hangman and Page wins.
Dude, he's convulsing. He literally got electrocuted.
Well, duh, we saw the sparks fly and the lights go out. Well, falls count anywhere. Hangman and Page going to great lengths to neutralize Powerhouse Hobbs and send a very emphatic message to Samoa Joe.
Well, that was
There's
electric.
no way Hangman and Page came out of this unscathed, though, Walter, to your point earlier.
Hell no, dude. He literally got the same taped ribs, got put through a table and everything.
Look at this fall, by the way, again, Nick. Look at this. Jesus Christ.
Dude, the impact literally lifted a crate. Those crates are full of wires and stuff from lighting.
The women capture Zabata. From out of nowhere, dropping Hangman in the barricade.
See, the mission wasn't winning. The mission is injured, is hurting, and softening up Page.
And look who's in the ring, to your point. Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe right now with a steel chair in hand, and Hangman and Page again already compromised ribs and back. The options are lacking. The master plan, to your point.
Is he asking for the cage to get lowered while he's doing
Yeah,
this?
you can't be.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, shit. Well, you might not get blood and guts immediately from who you thought you might get.
Listen,
But
but that's
You might
smart.
get blood. You might get Hangman's blood and guts spilled on the ring, literally, Noah.
The
But
definition
that's
of Samoa
smart
Joe.
production, though, eh?
Yeah, I suppose the definition of Samoa Joe is going to kill you.
There's
That
Eddie.
is smart production. You got to lower the cage anyways.
And the King said, fighting against Katsura Shibata, chopped to the side of the neck. Now Hook coming into play.
Yo, does Hook turn on them right now?
I mean, again, if Hook had that history with Samoa Joe, as Hook and Haiti Kingston just saved him and Adam Page. But to your point, coming up next, folks, the men go to war inside Planet Guts. The Death Fires versus Conglomeration and Darby Allin.
Poor Eddie Kingston. His knees are freaking shot. He almost didn't make it before the cage stopped.
He don't give a shit. Oh, wait a minute. Heyman's got a mic. Uh-oh.
Are we all right?
Wait, are we going to get like an impromptu?
All you had to do was ask, you dumbass. Leave your buy home.
They're going to make this match a steel cage or full gear, aren't they?
Yeah, leave Hobbs in the hospital. You should buy a home. Full gear, Samoa Joe. First to Heyman. You called it! Heyman and Adam Page just called out Samoa Joe for a steel cage match for the AEW World Championship at Full Gear.
Hangman, I don't think you thought before you spoke. Why would you want to be locked in a cage with a man the likes of Samoa fucking Joe?
Do you remember the last time Heyman was locked inside a steel cage, what he did to his opponent?
With Swerve?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to remember. But yes, I do. But do you know who the hell he's fighting? Do you know what and who Samoa Joe is? You really want to lock that animal in a cage with you?
Well, the definition of blood and guts doesn't mean you think with intelligence. You think with pure, reckless abandonment. And coming up next,
might as well
10 men going to blood and guts into this commercial break. Fuck television.
You might as well jump into the tiger cage with a steak in your pocket if you want to do that with Samoa Joe.
I mean, again, you want to keep everybody outside. That's one way of doing it. Because in AEW, those steel cages don't get broken into that fucking easily.
So
and
we need
nothing.
We need a fact check. Sorry. If somebody in the chat or somebody can fact check us. Now, MJF's contract, does he need to let the champion know or does he need to let Toni know?
What?
The champion. The way they worded it, they said the champion, but who knows?
Well, basically, it's a contract. You sign it, it's made official 1 week later. So regardless, both are going to know. It's up to the challenger when they want that 7-day preparation.
Not necessarily though, because if I'm MJF, that's what I'm asking. Do I need to let Toni know he needs 7 days, or does the champion need 7 days? Because now with this stipulation, and it's a cage match, if MJF doesn't need to let Hangman know 7 days in advance, he technically can cash in Newark, New Jersey, at Full Gear
After the steel cage match.
After the steel cage match.
Yeah, because if he comes out after the cage, that's Saturday. That means the matchup would take place on Collision. You wouldn't do a match of that magnitude on Collision.
Well, no,
I
it
mean,
would take.
We've seen championship matches before, though, like you said, on pay-per-view level television. So honestly, that could happen.
Right? I'm just thinking that is it he's, because I know that Toni said in this media scrum he wanted, I think he said that they wanted that time to promote the match and stuff like that.
Correct.
But if I'm MJF and I'm a strategic heel, that's the question I'm at. Do I need to let you know 7 days in advance that there's going to be a championship match? Or do I let the champ? But you know what I mean? Because like I said, now that this is a cage match, the game changes now, because if he doesn't need to let Hangman know, then he can cash in 7 days beforehand.
Kayfabe wise, Tony Small would be ringing right now. Hey, I'm cashing in the Full Gear.
I mean,
Just
he did do that phone call thing,
right?
He did that phone call thing in the doubles match 1 year at All Out. So I guess you guys' spots aren't too far out there in the ether. So I guess time will tell, but that's a whole different mindset to figure about, because right now MJF is a null factor. The bottom line, we got Samoa Joe and Hangman Page, 2 at Full Gear, and now it's in a fucking steel cage.
Right, because I'm just thinking in MJF's head. Right now,
well,
Hangman.
Good luck trying to outsmart the devil.
No, you're right, but I mean,
hold on. And either one, because think of Joe is the one who ended MJF's reign, and then Hangman is the one that the MJF beat. So it's like he's got history with both of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then again, like I said, it's right now both men. If Hangman wins, Hangman is at his lowest right now, right?
Oh boy, and it's official.
There you go.
As they run down the card, continue your conversation. I'm not going to run down the Full Gear card right now. I can do that later. Trust me, I got plenty of time to do that. And I'm so ready for Full Gear. It's the only show that matters to me right now, pay-per-view level-wise, for November. As we go in the ring with Toni Schiavone, what's this about?
This night means so much to us.
Thank you, Walter. Transcript.
You first arrived to the Coliseum.
We got what's going on here.
Best venue in the entire world.
It's definitely been a defining venue for pro wrestling.
Okay, I'm gonna call something right now. Ready for the tinfoil hat?
What's up?
You got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat coming out. You have Ric Flair gonna come out. What's to say Goldberg doesn't come out?
Fuck that. No, I quit. Shut the fuck up. No.
Ricky Steamboat.
And Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, though, one of the men that I truly respect more than most people in professional wrestling. A man that never wavered in his integrity of being honest and loyal to the sport of pro wrestling.
And you know, Dusty was alive, they would have called him out for this because this was his idea.
Damn fucking right.
There's so many. This is. I would not be surprised if fucking Goldberg comes out. When you have Toni Schiavone of TBS, you have Ricky, you have fucking Rick.
Where's Rick at? What are you talking? I want to see Steamboat.
Ric Flair's about to come out. Nick, the wrestling business in 2025 doesn't need Goldberg in a wrestling ring anymore, period.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
And Tony Khan's not a fucking idiot or a money mark.
To 10,000 fans away in the final conflict. The World Tag Team Championship.
Yeah.
That's Steve Rose in 1991. Right here on TBS.
Again, Tony Giovanni's been involved in this business for 50 years. Dropping the facts.
Big shout out to TBS. Yo, dude, Rick can still look good.
He does.
Bro's pushing like what, 80?
He's gotta be getting close to that point, honestly.
That's a great sign.
Mount Rushmore, Greensboro, Flair, Steamboat, Dusty, and Sting.
Incredible sign.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue what you were saying. Sorry.
Where's Rick? He's there.
Trouble.
Back in the day was my number one.
About to say. To answer your question, he's 82 years old. Or no, 72 years old.
He's telling the story of 1980, 79, 78. Jeez. 16 months into the business. Ric Flair went to Dave Crockett.
Yeah,
All right.
And I'm going to try something with him.
Oh, fuck me.
What the hell is this?
You knew that FTR was going to ruin this.
Tony's apologizing. You don't have to apologize. It's these two assholes' fault.
Well, Tony Schiavone's a guy that's unbiased and will tell you straight up who's an asshole and who's not.
Okay,
Well,
so
call them
maybe
assholes all you want. They're still the greatest, one of the greatest tag teams.
This generation, I agree. I will not deny that. And of course, FTR will challenge Brodito for the AEW Tag Team Championships at AEW Full Gear.
I'm kind of nervous for Brodito, man, in that match.
Well, with that freaking Nat Stokely in their corner, you should be. Yeah, he did.
What did he say? A few years back, I had my hand in what?
Working with this gentleman.
okay, does Cope come back? Does Cope and Christian come back?
Well, I mean, that's got to be in the books here pretty soon.
I'm in the ring with a legend.
I just want Ricky Drash to be able to punch Stokely so hard.
Wait. He gave him credit for a second.
It's false praise. You know this, Walter. I'm going to go Tony Schiavone here in a moment if you're not careful.
I know. He's blowing smoke up his ass.
No one gives a fuck about you.
Of all the cities to do it in, man.
Very City Wrestling itself. Crockett Promotions.
He's shaking Steamboat's hand.
Oh, God.
I'm not Denzel Washington.
What will you be? You're not even his freaking son. Yeah.
He said he's synonymous with professional wrestling. Is Ricky making fun of his height?
I mean, who doesn't make fun of his height? Short boy can't get no holes.
What?
I said what I said, and I'm not talking about his height either. Hey, yo. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did.
No one listens to me.
3 times World Tag Team Champions. Oh my God, this freaking dog with his farts. Get out of here.
And now Cash and Dax are probably going to do an interruption promo against him.
He could be a little spicy. Yeah, you better not push Ricky Steamboat's buttons. You ask Chris Jericho what happened.
If I was saying Cruzeiro got popped in the mouth.
Mhm.
What did he say? Who did he say?
He said Ricky handpicked them.
No,
That's
no, no,
right.
no. What did Stokely say? Whose number did he ask for?
I don't know. You might be a little ahead of us.
No. I'm saying before when Stokely cut his promo.
I don't know.
didn't hear.
It's insulting. No one listens to Stokely. The fact that the Revival have been nothing but true tag team traditional wrestlers for the better part now of over a decade, redefining tag team wrestling to a greater legacy across multiple companies is insane to me.
Right?
Back to a throwback style, might add too.
You taught me how to.
Oh, good grief, Dax. Little memory
You
lapse
taught
for
me
you?
how to what?
I don't know. We're trying to see if Dax can actually remember.
I
I'm
never.
sorry to say, did teach one intelligent thing. Continue.
You never said one intelligent thing in your life.
What time are we at? Okay. They're definitely going to have an overrun.
One thing that I cannot teach you is your attitude is down the toilet.
And that's the truth.
One thing you did taught me, kid, doesn't matter how much you make. Make sure you save your money.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
He said if you and Ric Flair didn't take your own advice, you wouldn't be here. If you would have.
Wow.
Wow, man. He's taking the
Dude,
knife
like
and
I said,
turning it, Noah.
This
Man.
emphasis on TBS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, TBS goes way back in this city and in this building. Uh-oh. Look at the guy Steamboat. He can still throw a punch. We know that. And he will not be insulted when it comes to his integrity.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. But he's still outnumbered.
Ricky still got a few chops in him left. He called timeout. Who's coming out? Who's Ricky handpicking now?
I don't know, man.
I want to see if we can advance Steamboat at Scorpio Dito now to full gear.
Right? Nah, he's got a little tag team of his own. Man, it probably is Bandito, actually.
I mean, FTR has a fair share of enemies. Let's see if we get some of this.
No.
I said get out of the ring. Ricky seems like the light bulb is going off in his head. I know it.
He's thinking about something to say as Tony gives the mic. Yeah, we all know that FTR is no problem beating up the better. Ha!
Going back a few years, I would have told you to kiss my ass. But sometimes discretions are better. Sometimes when you realize nothing in life is free. I'm not asking or begging. I'm going to be the smarter man today.
Oh, come on. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, Bandito's definitely coming.
They better come out here. FTR double team and Steamboat. And now looking for the stuffed pile driver. And fucking Christ. Kick that fucking ass. Tony King and Bandito.
They were almost 2 seconds too late.
Well, thankfully they didn't pile drive the man on his fucking head. They were clearly looking for the stuffed pile driver. Bandito right now lining up Catch Wheeler. A big super kick.
I'm telling you, he's got some chops still left in him. Watch.
Right now, Bandito looking to show his hand. The dealer looking for the 21 bucks.
That move is so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice clothesline by Brody King. And Dax went, Dax gets decked by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Shelty.
I told you got the chops still in there.
Fuck yes, he does. That's why when you disrespect a fucking legend, as that Nat Stokely saves Dax from Dante's Inferno. Terrence, they're gonna have to wait long to finally put FTR in their place once and for all. It's a hell of a moment, though. Ricky the Giant Steamboat clocking Dax. That made my night. Now, if only he did it to Stokely. Anyway, again, AEW Full Gear. Brodito versus FTR on pay-per-view for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. 1 week from Saturday, folks. Stay tuned. What a moment.
Because of that cage, man. That ring is high, man. You see that drop when you fall off the edge?
I would say, yeah. And to your point, Walter and Nick, of course, as we covered here, coming up next, 1 cage, 2 rings, 3 words, 10 men, blood and guts, Death Riders, and Darby on the Conglomeration is up next. And remember, Darby and the Conglomeration have the advantage. This is gonna be good.
Darby's imagination alone is a freaking advantage. You know this dude's crazy beyond crazy.
Is that actually an advantage or is that a detriment considering the man might kill himself?
I don't know. What happened to Nick?
I don't know. He dropped. Botch. And again, his device, it literally fucked him over during the shenanigans. Thank you all, by the way, for tuning into the Saturday shenanigans this past weekend. Stay tuned for that, as always, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Saturday night, regularly hosted by Regular Wrestling, JJ Williams. I only moderate as need be because I only can stand these yahoos for a period of time, it seems. But somehow I endured you all for 4 hours, so I must be doing something right. Something! And speaking of doing something right, AEW is doing something right when it comes to showing you a war inside a cage, trapped by 2 rings with justified means and story behind it. Not 2 wigs are made the same night in the making. As we get ready for the men's blood and guts match here, as we talked about before, Walter, this is the 5th blood and guts match for the men, 5th consecutive year. We know that John Moxley probably comes in here with the most experience, as he's been involved, and I believe previously 3 of the last 4 of them. I take that back, actually. He wasn't involved last year. 2 of the last 4, but nonetheless, Darby Allin, of course, and Mark Briscoe were involved in last year's Blood and Guts match, winning against the corporate elite. And JJ here with a thought. Am I the only one that wants Steamboat to factor in the title match now? FTR. After all, FTR has Stokely Steamboat can be countered. No, JJ. I literally said I want Steamboat to escort the champs to the pay-per-view. Please and thank you. If I can get Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to do 1 big right hand and jack Stokely's jaw or make him shrink 1 inch, that would make my night.
Before Randy and all this new generation, it was Ricky, the one that was like the master of the most beautiful drop kick.
Damn fucking right. Oh my gosh. What a freaking night. Anyway, again.
This is only 3 matches, too. This is crazy.
And this show felt like a pay-per-view. Again,
I know.
The 2 matches are about an hour long. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Again, you can do a lot with less. That is the definition of AEW Blood and Guts. Learn something wrestling business. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hope you enjoyed the conversation, reactions, and coverage. If you enjoyed this, stay tuned for continued follow-up coverage for other shows to come, including AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving and AEW Full Gear. And again, if you want to take the conversation, super chat, pay by that pass, simple as that. As you all continue to make it possible for the passion to continue to persist. As I was talking about earlier with the AEW Full Gear card, it will be Brodito defending the tag team titles against FTR. We know Hangman will defend the AEW World Championship against Samoa Joe. Kris Statlander defends the AEW Women's World Championship against Mercedes Moné. $1 million trios match, Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks, and I believe the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander. As it's minute time at Blood and Guts on AEW Dynamite. Let's fucking go.
Darby #1.
It wouldn't surprise me, Nick, if you're
That
correct.
wouldn't jack me one fucking bit.
And he's right.
They do have the advantage. It's so awkward when the faces have an advantage in this kind of match.
Right?
So, again, I wonder what this fucking guy's going to do.
Wait a minute. We just saw Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Darby's involved in the main event. It's TBS. It's
Yes.
Greensboro. Does Sting show the hell up?
I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out.
not.
It was at Wrestle Dream that Sting came to Darby Allin's aid. And again, you saw in that stat, Darby Allin has 4 straight wins over the Death Riders.
John is starting?
Of course, to say I quit.
Dude, if anybody could fit through the little hole in the cage, though, it's Darby. To get out the way the girls did.
Let's see who starts off with the Death Riders here. It looks like Willow Yuta is going to be the first one sent into battle.
That's, That's Mox. Oh, no, that's just Willow Yuta.
You guys should know by now the Death Rider theme is a uniform theme. And
No, it's not. No. Claudio has his own entrance when the Death Rider music comes on.
Let's be honest, though, here, dude. In group guerrilla warfare, it's the same theme no matter how you cut it. And the bottom line is Willow Yuta has Pierce's experience in blood and guts and knows how to endure pain and punishment. Maybe we'll call Willow Yuta the whipping boy for the Death Riders. Call him that if you will. You can't argue that Willow Yuta has probably taken more toll in this Death Rider storyline than Jon Moxley has.
Dude, they just showed his record. 87 and 66 and 1.
So, if you notice, nobody came out. Well, Darby came out with the skateboard, but Wheeler didn't come out with anything.
Yeah, no, he didn't. But it doesn't mean that we don't have weapons coming into play. As you see, Abriera, it's closing that side of the cage. Bell rings are underway again, folks. These 2 men will start with 5 minutes at selected intervals. Other people will enter the match, starting with Darby Allin's side. This blood and guts match does not begin until all 10 men are locked inside the structure, and the only way this ends is via surrender or submission. And Yuta immediately walking out.
It would shock me if there's stuff like hidden in the turnbuckle. You know, Allin has weird hidden things. It could be in the turnbuckle.
What the hell? Lunging on a shotgun drop kick off the steel steps.
Bro.
You did just talk about before, no one's going to be damneder with their offense and reckless abandonment than Darby Allin. That's just bouncing Yuta between the barricade and the cage. And just into the barricade again. Not the first time we've seen Darby Allin involved in a steel cage with a Death Rider, so you forget Forbidden Door in that lights out steel cage match.
Dude, I shudder.
With the run up.
I shudder to think what's gonna happen. I don't even think Darby Allin knows what the hell's in his own head.
And sometimes that's his greatest strength and his greatest weakness.
As long as one submits.
Follow.
Yeah.
And right now, Darby Allin sent face first.
But everybody needs to be in the cage before the match even begins.
Yeah, as niggas are fairly reiterating the rules that I just said, and also teaching his wife what blood and guts is. Have respect to what Ferrantes is. As Willow Yuta right now.
In other words, you can quit all you want now. It wouldn't even count.
And Willow Yuta knows that clearly. Willow Yuta, again, he's in here for the first 5 minutes. All he has to do is endure. All he has to do is weaken Darby Allin. And he's obviously doing that on Jon Moxley's freaking agenda.
Before the bell officially begins, all you got to survive.
My wife just looked at Wheeler Yuta. She's like, he looks like Asian Jesus. I was like, what?
I don't know necessarily if I can agree with that blasphemy, but I will leave that alone for now and leave.
Now she's saying ethnic.
Yeah, about to say unethical.
It looks like more like an old school samurai or something.
He don't look like no damn samurai. Come on,
the drunken master, the skinniest drunken master ever from Tekken 8. And Willow Yuta right now bringing Darby Allin inside the ring, and who knows what Darby Allin has in his jacket. You talk about how Darby Allin came with a skateboard and Willow Yuta came with nothing. Darby Allin always has something else on his body, if not in his clothes. Let's not forget the damn man, Tate Pack on Collision.
There's space in between the ring. There's a bunch of stuff under the ring, I bet.
No, you know it. Darby Allin jumping off the cage with a coffin splash.
Coffin drop.
Yeah, coffin drop. Excuse me.
Yeah, they're just fighting.
That wasn't even off the ropes. That was off the cage itself. That was impressive.
The match doesn't start until everybody gets in the cage, and there's 5 competitors.
Fucking dog.
Darby Allin and Willow Yuta right now, still enduring each other for this remaining starting 5 minutes. Now Yuta going after the skateboard. Darby Allin.
Oh, he's got thumbtack.
And now that thumbtack's on the bottom of that skateboard. He's losing the wheels on it. What did Darby Allin?
Yeah, what is he doing? He loosened the wheels.
I mean, he used to skate down on people's backs. I don't know at this point.
He's gonna hit him with the head.
Oh man!
What the fuck was that?
Driving the tank's face first in the wheel of Yuta.
His own thumb is bleeding. Look, his own thumb is bleeding.
Well, I mean, at this point, if you're covering up with thumbtacks, you're gonna bleed.
Baby faces have the advantage.
Yeah, Babyface has the advantage for those that have not been keeping up with Dynamite. You heard me right. Darby on the agglomeration have the advantage.
That means a face is coming out next.
Exactly. Will you Darby busted open by the low blow.
So who do we think coming out next?
For Darby Allin, it's a who's who as far as I'm concerned. But
I think we get Briscoe. I think we get Briscoe.
Let me know if you got 8 seconds, Noah.
Yeah, we'll do.
Briscoe.
With the Olympic Slam, it wouldn't surprise me if it's Orange Cat. 8 seconds. It wouldn't surprise me if it's Orange Cat, considering the history of the best friends. As we wait for our next entrant number 3.
1.
What we got?
And you're right.
Called it.
Yep, you called it. The juice.
It's whatever. Orange Cassidy, Yuta literally trained by Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy, former 2-time AEW International Champion.
I wonder what's in the bag.
We'll find out here in a moment.
Probably a bowling ball.
I mean, you know what? I wouldn't rule it out, honestly, Walter.
I love it how Orange is tying up his pants before he gets in here.
And there's something in his back pocket, too.
I'm about to say, I thought that was just, his elbow pad for the orange punch.
It's probably. I don't know. You're
I
right.
told you.
Yeah.
Don't give the people what they want. And speaking of giving people what they want, stay tuned for a special 3-hour Dynamite collision next week.
Whoa, he broke his glasses.
Wow, he's serious tonight. He's actually going to try. And driving those sunglasses into the head with a Yuta.
I was going to say, is that symbolism for something Yuta gave him or something? You good boy. Who's your good boy?
First time I've seen sunglasses used as a weapon by Orange Cassidy.
Right?
There's a chain in the bag.
Come on. He's putting the broken frame on.
I mean, technically, I guess they're still wearable if they're that flexible. Darby Allin right now just driving himself with a Yuta. There's your answer. Steel chain. And it's wrapped around his right hand. And a swing right below the belt.
I think he hit him right in the little Eulas.
So who are we calling next for the heels?
Moxley's going to be last, I think. It's going to be Claudio next.
Wrong,
Claudio Castagnoli, considering Claudio Castagnoli beat Orange Cassidy with the Swiss stuff uppercut.
I'm calling Claudio.
That's what I just said. Yeah, Claudio.
Attack skateboard.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why would Cassidy go for a pin?
Let's remember, Orange Cassidy's never been involved in Blind Gus before, so obviously he forgot the rules. Oh, it's not. It's Daniel Garcia. We see Daniel Garcia and Willow Yuta recently work quite well together as a tag team.
But why does he have a thing on his face?
I have no idea unless he's trying to spit poison mitts. And of course, Daniel Garcia betrayed Daddy Magic in AEW and joined the Death Riders in that cause against Darby Allin.
Damn, Garcia coming out. He took it off.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting strategy here by the John Moxley.
Just to be badass. He's got some gloves on that could be loaded.
Well, I mean, again, when your nickname's Red Death, it's nobody to take lightly. Plus, Daniel Garcia previously involved in playing Guts when he was part of the inner circle.
Mika.
Woo! Front face choke already.
A guillotine almost applied here. Orange Cassidy swinging a miss. Double submission applied now by Daniel Garcia.
It wouldn't count. The match hasn't officially began. They can cool it all they want.
Out
of the kitchen, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, great teamwork here by Willow and Daniel Garcia, incapacitating Darby and Orange Cassidy temporarily. And we do hear the gargled audio thing here. Technology can be what it is. So, Sandy, if that bugs you, apologies. Technical difficulties. And right now we got a steel chain coming in play by Willow Yuta. Again, anything goes. I'm not sure if Nick's phone's overheating or what. It might be doing the same thing down Saturday, just waiting to blow up.
Oh, it's his phone? Oh, I thought
Problem.
he was on his computer.
I have no idea.
Yuta has the chain, and so does Garcia. I shudder to think what the hell they're about to do to Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, probably send him for a very painful banner.
Oh, they're wrapping around his waist.
Irish whipping. Oh!
Oh, they used it as a clothesline.
That's what I figured they were going to do. The definition of a clothesline, lethal clothesline.
That's a double clothesline.
I'm about to say, double clothesline is right. Technically double clothesline. As we go to the restaurant, probably picture in picture. Don't go anywhere.
All right, so right now you got Daniel Garcia and Yuta are choking out Darby and we got to stop here. No chain. Now they're just kind of walking around and
Nick, you're play-by-play commentary for picture in picture, folks. So enjoy. It actually gives me a break.
Okay, we got. They just threw Darby around a little bit. Wheeler's got the chain. Wheeler's got the chain.
We could love covering AEW more than anything else.
Okay, we got another double clothesline with the chain. No, he tried to go for a double clothesline, but then he coffin dropped on the chain and it pushed them two together. We got the slow-mo kicks. The slow-mo. Oh, he's picking up steam. Oh, there you go. We got Orange just stomping a mud hole.
Walking it dry. Oh, God.
Oh, we got drop kick.
I have both TBS and the thing, but I prefer Max.
Yeah, I think Max
I like TSN.
Well, again, Canada, different story. With us, though, Max, far better service, in my opinion.
That's why everything's brought to you by DC, because they're exclusive to Max. You can get every Batman movie, every DC comic movie on Max.
And leave it to someone in the chat to make the Bayne and Batman reference earlier.
So I'm very upset. Did you guys see the news today?
About what?
Our hockey team in Toronto, the people who own it, signed a deal with WWE, like a strategic partnership.
For what? To be exclusive, to a certain channel in Canada?
No. So you know how WWE has their thing with MSG?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
So pretty much the exact same thing.
With what arena? Scotiabank Arena?
With Scotiabank Arena.
Oh,
that also means you're probably getting one of those custom titles.
Yeah. No, that just means we're probably not. Who knows if we get AEW anymore now?
I mean, you'll get the Coca-Cola costume. You got other buildings. You got the Rogers Center.
Yeah.
They just, But yeah, fuck WWE for doing that. But at the end of the day, it's business. Don't have to like it. And WWE's global localization efforts to take over the world better than Pinky and the Brain are apparently working very well in their favor. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
It would only mean something if I was part of the business. Don't line my pocket up.
Well, I'm about to say,
you're right.
According to my friend in Canada, prices for shows in January have already tripled. So he's like, nope.
Again,
yeah,
I don't think you're catching me going to a WWE event live anytime.
Oh, I know, man. I wouldn't be caught dead in a WWE. Like, you couldn't pay me enough. You couldn't even give me free tickets to the floor for a WWE show. I wouldn't.
That's why they got Green Shirt Guy. Anyway, as we get ready to come back here to AEW Blood and Guts, folks, facts are facts. It is simple as that. And we don't work for any company, and we sure don't work for WWE. We're not on their payroll.
We'll take your subscribers, though.
Well, I mean, again, it really depends. As we wait for our next participant here, Walter, in 7 seconds, which will be for the baby faces.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's getting froggy.
We're going to get crazy with that boy. That's man out here. Come on, Briscoe.
Where is he, though?
Why? Well, I mean, he's supposed to be coming.
They beat him up, didn't they, to get the advantage back?
Did you
I bet you to get the advantage back.
Well, did the Don Couch family do it?
No, either they got. No, I think the Death Riders beat them up to get their advantage back.
Maybe it was Gabe.
Well, I did mention Gabe Kidder. Oh, the low blow.
I guarantee you're going to see it on the screen pretty soon that he's all laid out in the back or something.
It wouldn't surprise me. Right now, we're at a 2-on-2. Renee Paquette's backstage looking for Mark Briscoe.
He's locked in the locker room or laid out or something.
Roderick Strong. Checking on Mark, who apparently has been compromising his ribs.
I told you it was to get their advantage back.
Well, apparently Roderick Strong's going out next as Kyle O'Reilly checks on the conglomeration made, and Mark Briscoe's in no condition to compete right now.
He's going to come out at the end. He's going to come out later at the end when nobody expects it.
Do you think he's going to be able to?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the meantime, here comes Roderick Strong instead of the Paragon. And I say Paragon because as far as I'm concerned, Roderick Strong wants nothing to do with the conglomeration, but will still stand by the side of his best friend, Kyle O'Reilly.
They lost about 2 minutes, though.
Yeah, that's true, but let's not forget, Walter, Roderick Strong has the most experience inside this two-ring single cage structure, if you remember the Undisputed Era's time in NXT. Knife edge chop to Daniel Garcia here, as I just got done watching War Games 2019, 18, and 17. Double underhook. Oh, the backbreaker over the knee.
Ah, that's a nice move.
Twisting backbreaker, now hoisting up with a Yuta up on the shoulder. What the hell is this?
What the hell is that?
Oh!
And he made him hit Garcia's head.
Yeah, it's like a cutter of sorts falling on Daniel Garcia's head. 2-1 special, and Roderick Strong's completely turned this match around. And we already got our next participant coming in 5 seconds. What the hell is Roderick Strong doing? Grabbing a chair, apparently.
All the bathrooms and everything. See, they lost some time. See how quick the timer went off?
Yeah, well, good luck to whoever's next.
That's got to be Claudio.
Yep, that is a bittersweet uppercut symphony approaching the ring in Claudio Castagnoli.
It's just a bittersweet.
Pound for pound, one of the strongest men you will ever see in a freaking wrestling ring.
Best European uppercut I've ever seen.
Lethal uppercut. He knocked Orange Cassidy out with it to get a 1-up advantage in the 2 out of 3 for the Death Riders.
One hell of a man to have on your side.
And of course, Roderick Strong, Clark's know the tumultuous history going all the way back to Ring of Honor. Right now, Roderick Strong standing face to face with Claudio Castagnoli here. Claudio Castagnoli also no stranger to blood and guts. Previously involved on behalf of Blackpool Combat Club. He came that wedge steel chair.
He came in and made an immediate impact, dude.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. And right now, Cassidy and Darby Allin trying to double team Claudio Castagnoli.
Can you imagine if he swings somebody from one side to the other, from one ring to the other ring?
Hell?
What is this ring around the rosy?
What's
ring around the rosy?
That is crazy strength right there. Well, trapped in a sleeper hold, nonetheless, and carrying another man on his back.
Just pure core strength.
I don't think Claudio Castagnoli has any body fat to him. And Jesus!
Told you he was going to launch somebody. I thought it was going to be a swing, but I knew he was going to throw somebody from one ring to the other.
Well, there's
that other ring.
Yeah, go ahead.
That right ring has barely been used in this match.
I'm about to say, Claudio Castagnoli losing both rings and the cage to the Death Riders' advantage. And the thing, Sammy Grace and Darby Allin, Lisa has been thrown off the freaking apron through a damn announce table.
We're still not over. It's still not over, though. Those white ropes just became red.
You knew that these men were going to bleed.
I have a question for you boys.
Go for it.
Last year was the blood and guts that Santana got hurt in?
The what?
The blood and guts that Santana got hurt in.
No. Santana was non-violent like us last year as Corporate Elite versus AEW.
So it was a year before.
Maybe the 2 years before.
Wait, guys. I think Darby might have broken his nose just now.
Well, I mean, it was literally launched into Claudio's elbow with that uppercut as we wait for our next participant.
Yeah, but I don't think the spot went the way it should. Like he hit him too low. I think he hurt his nose for real.
I think you're right, and that could be detrimental right now as we got Kyle O'Reilly coming in.
I don't think Darby really gives a shit though.
Yeah, you're probably right. The man survived the mountain. The man survived the bust. The man survived the waterfall. The man survived steel ring steps. The man survived a lethal ride at the hands of his own father when he was 6 years old.
I would absolutely die of laughter if Mark doesn't come, right?
And it's
Riley.
Sting.
And it's okay. It's either one of three people. Sting could be one.
DDT! Hangs on with the front face guillotine.
2 would be Jay White. Or 3, and 3 is a long shot. Adam Cole. I would be shocked.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you're literally pulling straws there, man. Chop block by Kyle O'Reilly trying to neutralize Claudio Castagnoli, as right now we are even, I believe.
Can we give it up for that O'Reilly, that freaking combo that he did, the guillotine? If that wasn't a match where it actually counted, he definitely could get a submission. But it doesn't count because the match isn't official yet.
The violent artist, per se, to your point, as it's right now 4-on-3, share the mid-section of Orange Cassidy. A nice double team combo there earlier, by the way, with the Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, former NXT Tag Team Champions, of course.
That chair is definitely an equalizer right now.
And now Kyle O'Reilly with a heel hook, with a Yuta hoisting up Orange Cassidy, stalling vertical drop, and Derek Garcia neutralizing Roderick Strong. Darby Allin slowly staggering, getting back to his feet. Again, AEW Dynamite, Blood and Guts, and we still don't have everybody here. Still to come is Jon Moxley and Pac, and whether or not we have Mark Briscoe or a substitute remains to be seen.
Yeah, I guess we see Pac next, right? I think it's the heels that get the next entrance.
That would be correct.
Yeah, so we'll probably see Pac.
And right now, Kyle O'Reilly trying to tap the hamstring of Claudio Castagnoli. ROH, ROH, ROH. Oh!
Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor.
And of course, Ring of Honor is still doing their Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship Tournament. The virtual Deonna Purrazzo advancing over Trish Adora in the last episode. And oh gosh! The superplex on the steel chair by Yuta to Roderick Strong.
That chain, man. Ooh. Orange Cassidy just did a Ric Flair bump in the corner.
Yeah, he flopped in between the cage and the ring apron, and literally his body stuck between there.
I thought where's Ric Flair? I thought Rick was going to come out too.
Maybe he didn't make it for some reason. And Power Driver! The Darby out on steel chair, and Kyle O'Reilly dropped on his head by Claudio.
Oh, no. He did the suplex on him, but he also had the chain wrapped around him.
Yeah, talk about crowning a man, as we'll see who else gets crowned here in a shade of red when we come back from Restaurant Claudio Picture in Picture. Fuck television. It's crazy right now, as I expected, with Blood and Guts. And again, we still don't have everybody. I mean, again, the fucking women brought out Jon Moxley's fucking nail bed. Who knows what the fuck Jon Moxley's going to do here when he arrives?
Dude, and then Briscoe's just been taken out.
Yeah, and again, we don't know what happened to Mark Briscoe. Was it the Death Riders? Was it the Don Callis family? Was it Kyle Fletcher?
Yeah. We have no idea.
We talked about it in the pre-show, Nick. Again, you ruled out possibly the Don Callis family being involved. Why wouldn't Kyle Fletcher one-on-one upsmanship against the man that might be his most dangerous threat to the TNT Championship?
The reason why I say that is because I just think Gabe Kidd makes more sense.
A trio to hire mercenary, because the last time we saw him in AEW, Darby Allin sent him for a ride in Philadelphia.
Dude, I'm going to go nuts if Sting pops up.
I expect you to. And again, Charles with another grasping straws there. What if Brian Danielson leaves the boost to join the face team? All right, dude, now you crazy.
Yeah, you guys, I know we said throw out the bingo card in 2035, but you guys are doing a little overboard.
No, I just think the only one, if it's Mark, if it's not Mark and then somebody's taking his spot, it only makes sense storyline-wise that it's, what's his face? Jay White.
Yeah, Nick,
That is Jay White.
25, it doesn't have to make sense at all anymore.
But remember, Jay White got taken out by the Death Riders, and he wasn't able to compete in the Owen. So would he?
Big event, making a big return would make sense,
right? So.
Yeah, and again, you're right. The last time we saw Jay White, he was injured. He also was involved in that war with the Death Riders. So again, the jury is out. Sandy figuring that maybe it was either O'Reilly or Strong. We talked about Strong and how he doesn't want anything to do with the conglomeration, but he still stands by the side of Kyle O'Reilly. Roderick Strong, could he have been possibly involved in this? Who the hell knows at this point? Answer yet to be determined.
We have enough turns right now. We don't need another like big turn. I'd rather have the Jay White thing.
Well, I feel like you'd rather have a big return than a big swerve, but we're just going to have to wait and see as we wait for Bully and Gus to return here to our screens. But obviously something has to be set up for out of this towards Full Gear, if not the Continental Classic, if not the future of the Death Riders as we know it, as Nick's calling for the last ride for Jon Moxley.
I still can't believe the Death Riders is still a thing. Jeez.
Yeah, like and that's why I said. That's what I said, Walter. At some point, you have to turn the page. Like we have to get the beginning of the end.
It really is AEW's bloodline.
Well, we'll see what happens here and who reaches the deadline. We're back here at Blood and Guts in Greensboro Coliseum here for the men. And again, Claudio just decked Orange Cassidy as we wait for the bastard pot, Jon Moxley, and if the conglomeration has another freaking member.
Pocket's next. Oh no, wait, is it the face that goes next? Because Claudio was last.
And Orange Cassidy just driven into the steel can. We got 8 seconds for our next participants.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who would it be?
So wow.
Dun.
It's gonna be Pac.
No.
That's the Death Rider theme, actually. Let's see who comes out of that door. Oh,
Moxley.
shit! Jon Moxley!
It's Moxley.
Jon Moxley, the Death Rider, leader of this band of killers that he created last year.
Well, business is picking up.
So
And
does
about to
Pac?
say,
Maybe so who's taking over the Death Riders? Somebody has to be.
Jon Moxley's the guy that leads by example. He's led by example since endorsing this paradigm shift.
Damn, by the time he gets to the ring, it's going to be time for the next person.
I don't think Jon Moxley gives a shit. Jon Moxley is losing his footing.
He slipped.
I'm about to say, this man's already won enough wars. Of course.
What the hell's in his pocket? A razor blade?
It's a fork.
Oh.
It's a fucking fork.
Stick a
And
fork
you
in
know
there.
oh my God, that's ruined Kyle O'Reilly's head, carving his freaking trash.
Remember how I said if you signed up to watch this, don't bitch?
Yeah.
This is what I'm. Yeah.
You're gonna bitch.
The definition of violent masochist, Jon fucking Moxley.
Stick a fork in Darby. He's done.
I'm about to say, I don't know if he's done.
Ah!
Oh my God!
He's sticking in his back during the cough drop. That's one way to reverse a cough drop.
Look at that. Garcia's like foaming at the mouth.
Freaking Darby Allin just got spiked in the spine off a coffin splash as Jon Moxley's drilling that fork up and down that tattoo. Now laying down Garcia.
You know what makes it worse? Don't forget Darby has a lot of piercings.
I'm about to say, I don't think he looked for a cute acupuncture like that, though, Walter.
No, but he has a lot of holes in his body. That means the fork can go to a lot of places.
Remember how I said that Darby's gonna go crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's that for an Irish whip? Head first.
That's a hell of a back scratcher. Back scratcher! Who keeps unlocking the cage?
I'm about to say, technically, it's legal, dude. The match has officially begun.
Oh, yeah. They don't have to lock it yet. That's right.
And
Holy
Jon
shit.
Moxley,
He's going to his back and tricks.
We got barbed wire. We got wood. We got a barbed wire baseball bat. And again, technically, Mark Briscoe was supposed to come out here. But again, he was left out.
It's Mr. Bucket. Buckets of fun of Mr. Bucket.
So who's the zero?
I don't fucking know at this point. No one is.
Mark is going to somehow find his way out here.
Oh, my God.
Ah! That's glass! That's glass on the edge of it, almost like an axe.
Actually, literally carving Kyle O'Reilly's head with a glass axe of sorts.
And then he licked it.
Yes, when you finish Jon Moxley. Yeah, Renee Paquette saying that Mark Briscoe is still being attended to. No diagnosis. unaware if he's going to participate in Blood and Guts at all. It looks like it might be a 4 or 5 advantage for the Death Riders.
I told you that this only makes sense because
So you were right. You were
What?
right, Noah. I'm pretty sure they announced that it was the Don Callis family that attacked Mark Briscoe.
Well, this is horrible right now for the conglomeration, Darby, and that is
now it made sense that why the faces got the advantage though, because they were going to pull this out.
Well, obviously the Death Riders had to have a plan, clearly. After what Darby Allin pulled on Collision. Oh, dear God.
He shattered the glass on and he's going to drag Darby
But
across
this just means that the match has not started yet.
Uh-oh.
If he can't make it to the ring, they can still start it. They spiked Power Driver him to
on
the glass.
Fucking glass, and John Moxley and Darby has a vacuum across that glass.
And now he's going for a single crab. I think he went for a single crab when we went for commercial.
Yeah, well, about to say, Darby Allin carved and shattered. Will he actually submit or surrender? Technically, he still can't, because Pac's not in the damn match yet. What happens next? Stay tuned, folks. Fuck television. Wrestle Quiet Picture in Picture.
Well, Pac is going to come out next.
So this is... Well, hold on. Does Pac come out next?
I mean, he's the last one for the Death
He's the
Riders.
only one left.
Expected entrance, so yes.
Does a certain group take him out?
I don't know. And what group could you be referring to take out a bastard?
I mean,
fucking television.
You guys can't see me, but my guns are up.
He's going with the Jay White ploy. He's figuring the Bang Bang gang. That's a stretch with Ace Austin, Austin Gunn, and freaking Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Again, you're really stretching here, but you're also still within the story, considering we look at the Death Rider storyline. Hey, get this, folks. I could say story and AEW in the same fucking sentence. Learn something, people. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation.
It just doesn't make sense that John comes out 4th and Pat comes out 5th.
I can see your point, considering that John Moxley's the leader, but the leader leads by example. And John Moxley's the one that brought that fucking plunder before this match officially started. I think John Moxley knew as soon as Pac came in, that's when the match begins. He wanted to bring this shit in before that, clearly.
I mean, he's the one who probably set up the bucket and all that shit right there.
The bucket, the freaking glass axe, the fucking barbed wire baseball bat, and then let's not forget the fork that has carved Kyle O'Reilly a whole different crimson red.
Dude, he had the fork in his back pocket already because he pulled it out as soon as he got towards the ring.
I feel like John Moxley always carries a fork just to puncture the first person that pisses him off in the head.
Well, I guess he's always ready for a meal then.
Well, I don't know if Renee Paquette agrees with that, considering she's a chef, but that's a whole different conversation. Anyway, dadgum. Charles with a hot take here. Someone from Mox Paris is going to show up to replace Mark. Maybe Mox, if needed, to be in the ring now instead of being last. Again, the jury is out. I don't freaking know, but I do know this. Blood and Guts continues here, folks, momentarily, as, of course, the show continues. And even though, again, fuck television, for life. And again, we are in our main event here at AEW Blood and Guts. This is freaking insane 2.5 hours. And again, the women fucking killed it. That was so damn fucking good.
Well, who else is from North Carolina, too, or synonymous with Greensboro?
I mean, Kenny Omega, but he's already got a different match. Remember, he's got to work with Wrestling Express that were neutralized by the Don Callis family earlier. As we're back here playing Guts, and Darby Allin is climbing the top of the cage, and the countdown's beginning for the Bastard to enter in.
Dude, he's monkey barring his shit.
What the hell, Darby? Oh, man!
Cough up!
From the top! Oh, boy. As the 5th man for the Death Riders is about to finally make his way to the ring, the Bastard Pack.
Somebody should come from behind and just take a Pac now.
And apparently, Mark Briscoe, breaking news, folks, he has been pulled out of this match.
Damn, Pac is huge.
The top of the Don Callis family on Mark Briscoe has taken him out of this match. The Death Riders have a 4-on-5 advantage inside Blood and Guts, which means as soon as Pac enters, Blood and Guts begins.
So much for the advantage that Darby earned.
And you know Pac is looking to go after Darby after being tased on Saturday.
That man has muscles on top of muscles.
It's crazy, by the way, that he looks more lethal than ever since his return at Wrestle Dream. Rebound German to Roderick Strong by Pac, and the bell is officially rung, and the doors are about to be locked and chained shut. Blood and Guts is officially underway. The only way this now ends is via submission or surrender.
Dude, that chain looks so thin. Those look like a bunch of paper clips put together.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They feel like somebody could. I don't know.
Well, I mean, again, it's on the outside, though, so unless you got bolt cutters with a key, you ain't opening that door easily.
You need a Mark Henry type person, someone that big.
Yeah, off the top
Here,
rope.
can I? Here, I'll give you an out of a left field. What if Keith Lee comes back?
Right.
Which Cassidy up the ropes, up and around. Tilted a backbreaker.
What if Keith Lee comes back to rip that chain off the door?
He's been out for like 2 years already.
Hey, JJ's here.
Keith Lee get well soon. We got referee Bryce Rensburg and referee Aubrey Edwards inside Blood and Guts here. Again, they're only here to call the submission or surrender.
Somebody finally acknowledged me.
He's the man who wrestling JJ.
I didn't even notice you were in there. I'm not producing because of the way I have my
laptop. What's he doing here prior to the show's end? What I want to know is he has some sort of announcement. So if you got an announcement, make it quick, bro.
I don't have an announcement, but what if Bryan Danielson is the fifth man?
Charles already beat you to that what if, but I think highly unlikely in all likelihood as he's a commentator.
He only retired from full-time competition.
It makes sense.
But they did say that I think there was a thing that he's not allowed to get into any Death Rider business or else he'd be fired.
And Pac right now with a pumping bomber wiping out Darby Allin.
They don't expect us and fans to remember that kind of shit.
I didn't even know about that because it's been so long since I've watched AEW, but
yeah.
Y'all gotta be in the loop. And what the hell, Mark Briscoe?
I told you he was gonna try to find his way out of there.
You can never stop that crazy redneck karate man, I swear.
And he got bolt cutters.
I did say what that would take him. Thank you, by the way, to Mega Wrestling JJ Williams for his fantasy booking. If you haven't already, subscribe today, Castagnoli Studios. Stay tuned for JJ to host the Saturday Shenanigans this Saturday. As always, you haven't already. North American Wrestling JJ Williams. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to bring a flop because he's all about long-term storytelling. And again,
I told you, I originally said Mark Briscoe's still going to find his way into this match.
Oh, hello. I mean, the damnedest man, 13-time World Tag Team Champion, 4-year-old World Champion, been involved in wars with his brother, ladder wars, uppercut by Claudio the Pac, and now we have a 5-on-5 because, again, Blood and Guts is officially begun.
You feeling froggy, Noah?
I don't know right now, but I know my Briscoe definitely got a man out, but a barbed wire baseball bat to your midsection definitely won't help with that.
And he's already at like 30%.
And about to say, injuries we know can be involved here.
And, he's got tools.
I don't know what that's inside that crate, honestly. Again, always appreciate JJ. And now Mark Briscoe and Willow Yuta on the outside here. Remember, the heels won the women's Blood and Guts match in the opener. And Orange Cassidy now going for whatever inside that briefcase with the conglomeration.
I still waiting for the past thing to show up at the last, like in the ending.
It was in there. I think it's that
tools, dude.
I guess it is really their toolbox. You're right. There's a mallet. There's a
is that a monkey wrench that Orange Cassidy's using?
And it's a loaded steel chain by Roderick Strong, looks like, against Claudio. But yes, you are correct. And hello, Matty Law. It's good to see you also in the chat. Again, you can do whatever the fuck you want to each other in here. Again, submission or surrender. Doesn't give a damn if you try blade murder.
Do you have to be conscious to quit, or if you pass out, it's over?
I guess that's referee's discretion. I haven't seen that in Blood and Guts. As
did we get
just threw a wrench literally at John Moxley's head.
Did we have? Did we know what's being advertised for Collision on Saturday?
Well, no, but we know next week we got a 3-hour special Dynamite Collision Go Home to AEW Full Gear already advertised. Kenny Omega will be making his return, and Tetsuya Zabata goes 1-on-1 with Hangman on Page as Mark Briscoe just threw a chair with a Yuta's head.
He's freaking hot Duke a chair.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or do they not? I don't think they're doing Collision this Saturday.
No, they still are, because this Saturday is not full gear. Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is still Collision.
Mark, what are you doing?
You're asking Mark Briscoe what's he doing? Do you realize what you just asked, Nick?
He works for Pixar. He's bringing in Woody.
Oh, bloody hell. Leave it to you to bring a Disney reference. Disney, the bane of his existence. And Mark Briscoe right now.
I don't want to know what's on his mind because he's looking up.
I sense disaster.
Didn't you get a beat up enough earlier? What the hell is Garcia choking him with?
I don't know, but whatever it wasn't strong enough effectively. Now Mark Briscoe hooking up Darren Garcia, but suplex
What are you doing?
on the floor.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, about to say, this crazy man that literally made MJF pay for his sins in tables and tax and AEW all out, lest we forget.
Oh my God, he's climbing. I thought Darby was the nutty one.
Yeah, you didn't come on Briscoe, did ya?
No.
Any expense to neutralize the Death Rider in this match, Mark Briscoe is willing to take. Now on top of that 16-foot high
He's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. He's gonna take himself out.
No, pick up full
He's
gear,
gonna
Mark.
take himself out.
Hey, Christ, Darren Garcia rolled off that. Good for him. Now Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly, though, just a good time across armbreaker and play on the floor, though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he taps. It's not in the ring. Or is that a rule?
No.
Yeah, it has to be inside there. Again, surrender or submission. Now Yuta and Mark Briscoe on top of the freaking cage.
Uh-oh.
What the
I'm
fuck's
scared.
about to happen here with these guys?
Dude, oh my God. You know what's going to happen? Darby's going to go up there too, and then it's going to be a cough drop through that table off that top of the steel cage.
Why are you trying to foretell the future, Nostradamus? Yeah, Mark Briscoe just dealt with a Yuta. I don't even know what Darby Allin is right now.
I don't think
Darby
Darby knows
Allin.
where he is, though. What to be fair.
Darby Allin dropped head first.
Oh my God, he's going to cowboy lasso him.
Wait, no, that's a carabiner being dropped down to Kyle O'Reilly. Wait a minute. What
They're
the
bringing
fuck?
up weapons.
Well, that's one way, I guess, to bring weapons up to the top.
And now hook it upon itself and pull it up.
You know,
He can't.
Honestly, I never would have considered this happening in Blaine Guts. This is incredible.
This is incredible. Well, they got a lot to live up to because the women fucking put on a show.
Well, that's true. And Mark Briscoe, the only thing that limits his violent innovation is his imagination.
You can't do it, dude, because of the way the bean is.
He
got it.
Dude. A bed of steel on top of the Blood and Guts cage with Yuta and Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, but Yuta got one of the chairs. Look.
I don't think Mark Briscoe cares. I think Mark Briscoe welcomes Yuta to take a chance.
I think he slid it to him. Like, here, I'll give you a fighting chance.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Mark Briscoe, a man of integrity, a man of honor, and Mark Briscoe also one crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah, I thought he was going to lasso him and hang him and drop him off the freaking cage.
Yeah, chair duel happening up top here. So good to see Matt Helms also in the chat. And Willow Yuta's back with that steel chair.
They need a drone up there. Let's go. Get a better camera angle.
I mean, this is a pretty darn good wide angle, if you ask me. You're seeing everything under and above the ring.
That's true. Oh, no.
Change the other attempt on the top. Yuta, with the leverage, though, dropping to his knees. Low blow.
A low blow. Up high.
Whoa. And Mark Briscoe saving himself with the supported chains. Almost literally inadvertently walked off.
Remember there's a table down there, though, Noah.
I know, that scares me. Oh, just bring Mark Briscoe in a chair.
And Briscoe's nowhere near 100%. Yeah, because of the attack earlier.
Well, is anyone 100% right now?
Hell no, not after this bell ring.
Blood and Guts continues to ensue with Red Star Client picture. Fuck television. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, fuck television for real. That was bad commercial break. Come on.
You know we're going to go to a friggin' overtime here at this point because none of these fucking madmen are ready to quit yet. And we don't know what Darby Allin might still be stuck on his damn head in between the damn cage and the apron.
This is some bullshit.
Well, this is television. Television is bullshit. And I don't care if anyone disagrees. And good to see Matty Laws in the chat. And Matty Laws, you missed a fucking incredible night of AEW Dynamite. Blood and guts, literally up to the bill. And the women fucking killed it. As we saw, of course, to bring up to speed, we saw the first of the women's blood and guts. Mina Shirakawa not only trapped in mother's milk, but literally being baptized by the TBS Championship, wailing over the bat by Megan Bayne, as Thomas Toni Storm was being held hostage by Triangle Madness, forced to surrender to save her forever lover, and the heels won the women's blood and guts match. Following that, Hangman and Page sent Powerhouse Hobbs with a cowboy boot to the face, off a freaking balcony through electric staging equipment, probably sent him to the hospital, being perfectly honest, and has challenged Samoa Joe now for a steel cage match for the AEW Championship at Full Gear, now official. Now we got the men's blood and guts match here, and all hell's broken loose, and Mark Briscoe is still fighting, despite the fact he was attacked by the Don Callis family.
It might as well be a diving board up there. There's no pool at the bottom, but somebody's about to dive off that cage, I'm telling you.
Yeah, about
Where's
to say,
Darby?
Well, again, is Darby Allin even alive? That's the real question here. Charles also foretelling the future, saying someone's about to get thrown the fuck off the top. But it's Mark, freaking the one that jumps off the top. And again, Matty Laws, good to see him, of course. And we're
somebody's
doing well.
about to Mick Foley it.
And then bang, bang, as long as freaking hell without fire.
Well, we got.
Yeah.
It's already 10. Well, we're just about at that 2.5 hour mark. So
come on, Nick. You and I have watched AEW long enough to know they never end on time.
Did they say this was going to be like a 3-hour special?
No, 2.5. I think was the ballpark, but they always go over.
TBS is going to give them permission to be over. It's the freaking Greensboro right now.
I'm about to say Greensboro Coliseum, the definition of TBS professional wrestling showcasing. I'm just saying. That goes all the way back to Croc promotion. Speaking of,
I guarantee they didn't even have to pay for this overtime. It's just part of it.
Well, you guys somehow pay the freaking top 1%. And of course, right again, we're still on full commercial break here.
Take me the fuck off these commercials, damn it.
Breathe, Walter, breathe. Your rage is going to cause you to have a freaking heart attack if you're not careful. And the show's not fucking over yet.
I don't even remember when I raged about the other day. I've been snapping lately.
I'm about to say, I don't know if that's good for your blood pressure, bros. We're back here at Blood and Guts right now. I don't know if anything's good for anyone out here. Hart right now on the outside.
He's like draped over the steps. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, no, he's put himself there.
Mark Briscoe with a Yuta Blade messes on top of the Blood and Guts steel cage structure as all 10 men are in play here. And the only way this ends now is via submission or surrender, if not bloody murder.
This is dangerous up here.
I wouldn't expect anything less with the Death Riders on my
Giovanni
screen.
just said we're going to stay with this as long as it takes. We just
As
said
Giovanni always says, and that's always been the MO of AEW. Now looking for its own J-Driller here. And Darby Allin's right now, hand being crushed beneath a bucket, it looks like. Oh! The low blow by Mark Briscoe with a Yuta here. Payback for earlier. Now hooking up with a Yuta. J-Driller on the chair. On the top of the cage, nonetheless.
Lucky he didn't break through it.
I say, Briscoe, what the hell is he seeing right now? The Claudio with the mallet trying to crush Darby's head. Darby Allin somehow still alive.
Get down from there. Just get down, please.
I really would be very gracious if he got down. Is that a staple gun? And we got tables set up in corners here. We got a bleeding Kyle O'Reilly and incapacitated Orange Cassidy. John Moxley bleeding. And John Moxley with a fork again trying to take Darby Allin's eye out. Now Roderick Strong coming to Darby Allin's aid.
I think Bristol did climb down. He did.
Oh, and a punches man with a boot to the face. As he got to the floor. Well, at least he's on the floor, to your point. Mark Briscoe driven into the barricade. And again, Pac right now. Probably the best shape of any.
I told you.
Darby Allin crashing in from behind against Pac. And Darby Allin now on the outside. Darby Allin, who's literally been the dark shadow of the Death Riders, saying wherever they are, I will always be there. What the hell?
Oh, New Japan. The kid. Gabe Kid. Now
the
Sting.
reinforcements. John Moxley's hired mercenary.
Now watch Sting. Gabe Kidd, I shuddered after. You remember the King Omega Gabe Kidd match we called and where everything went.
About to say on January 5th to your point, but also Gabe Kidd just took Darby Allin away from Blood and Guts. Now Garcia trying to take out Orange Cassidy while Orange Cassidy reading for the pockets. Garcia right now sends Orange Cassidy off the ropes. Drop kick.
Is that his version of hulking up? Did he just staple his hand in the pocket?
Yep.
Oh my God! Oh no! Pocketed hands!
Oh my God, he's stapling his tangerines.
About to say, Orange Cassidy won't even be able to get up again.
What the fuck is Pac doing?
I don't know right now.
They're climbing the tunnel.
Right now, and Gabe Kidd has Darby on isolated 2 tables, and Pac is climbing that tunnel structure.
Climbing that tunnel. Oh my God, they're pulling Darby up on the neck.
And about to say, they're literally hanging to him like a noose with that leather strap. I
think Adam is Hangman, not Darby.
I think Gabe Kidd also used a stun gun earlier, by the way.
They're both going up there. Oh, Darby's fighting back.
Of course, Darby Allin, he'll fight till his last breath here, but Darby Allin's in a 2-on-1 situation.
Oh, no.
There's a stack of tables down here, too.
Oh, no.
Yeah, someone's about to have a very horrible landing.
Yeah, but Gabe Kidd left. Oh, there he goes.
About to say, Gabe Kidd, I think, went.
He's lighting it on fire. He's going to light it on fire. Those are gas cans in his hand.
No.
Or lighter fluid.
Yeah, that's lighter fluid in his hand. He's dousing those. I thought Skye Blue wanted fire earlier. What the fuck?
Gabe Kidd, look, even Moxley's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, John Moxley right now gasping in awe as Gabe Kidd is dousing those tables in lighter fluids.
Oh, no! And Pac has got him for his head. Oh, my God!
Darby Allin literally sent to hell!
John Moxley's laughing.
You swimming tables!
You son of a bitch.
Holy fucking shit!
Gabe Kidd is fucking nuts.
He's a madman, you know!
Oh my God, look at this replay.
I'm about to look at the replay. I'm not there yet. No, I am. Look at this shot. Talk about literally sending somebody to hell.
Oh, that's fucking nuts, dude.
That's beyond insane. Darby Allin just literally got delivered his own inferno.
So it's 5-on-4 now.
I would definitely say it's 5-on-4, not 6-on-4 now. How the hell does Darby Allin come back from this would be a miracle.
It's not 6 yet because Pac is still out there. Oh my God, he's choking Roderick. He's choking him with the chain.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle, sorry.
Right now, John Moxley is literally bulldog choking Kyle O'Reilly with a steel chain braced across the jaw.
Roderick is crawling.
Yeah, but again, the blood, though. How firm is that grip, Walter? All that blood dripping down John Moxley's arm.
He's sticking his middle finger at him.
And Kyle O'Reilly is defiant as ever, as always.
Claudio's got some chairs.
I don't think this is going to end well. Roderick Strong being held away by Willow, Yuta, and Garcia. Remember, the first match ended in surrender by Timeless Toni Storm to save Mina Shirakawa. And we saw Claudio do this before to Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. Now Orange Cassidy trying to roll in and tipping up.
Orange punch.
Still stapled in the pocket. And he ripped the punch. Oh, man. The Brazilian knee struck on Claudio.
Oh.
And my Briscoe's got Puck right now in the front face lock.
Fisherman. He's hooking him.
To the table.
Fisherman suplex.
Orange punch connects.
Dude, what is going on?
Face first, there to see a throw through the table.
Another orange punch.
And John Moxley staggered with a chair in hand. Roderick Strong double underhook on Willow Yuta.
That table still didn't break.
That was a very weak Tiger Driver attempt there. Or broke that time.
It damn sure did. Lucky there's 2 referees.
And now it's Cassidy signed up John Moxley, hand loaded and ready. And
Ooh, he got
Claudio, that's a hell of an interception right there. Good around the throw, orange cash, then big boots, Roderick strong, push off the ropes, pop
Pop
up,
up headbutt.
The orange
Wait. Did Cassidy? Did Cassidy reverse that?
Yeah, he reversed to an orange punch. An orange punch to John Moxley.
Ankle lock.
Does he surrender? If Mox surrenders, he's kicked out of the Death Riders.
If Mox surrenders or taps, then the conglomeration wins. Remember, he's been in this hold 200 times before. Double tackle to Claudio.
Not from a regular ankle lock. Come on. There's got to be some extra shit in it.
He's rolling around in glass, dude. Look at him.
Oh, he pulled it into a bulldog choke.
A Colorado reversal, though.
Armbar.
Fuji.
Oh, back into the ankle lock. I fucking love transition wrestling.
But look where the ankle.
He's got a grapevine. He's got the leg grapevine. And John Moxley is rolling in glass. Will he tap? Will he surrender? That's it.
He tapped.
Wow.
Wait. He tapped in glass. He hurt himself.
Conglomeration wins. Holy hell. And John Moxley quit again.
He's going to get kicked out.
Unbe-fucking-believable.
Claudio's probably going to take over.
And Kyle O'Reilly, third time's the charm, submits John Moxley.
Dude, Moxley was supposed to take a vacation like 2 years ago. I think he deserves one now.
If this is not John Moxley's last ride, I don't know what is. It's the conglomeration of Mark Briscoe with hands held high. Again, we don't know what the fuck the state of Darby Allin is, though. Come up on
there it is.
Mark Davis goes one-on-one with Mark Briscoe.
There's your answer.
Good God. And him and Adam Page goes one-on-one with Tetsuya Shibata next week on Diamond and Collision.
Wow.
And Kenny Omega returns. What a fucking war. What a night. Blood and guts on full display where the damnedest wrestle once again. For
War
Nick
games.
and Walter, I'm Noah Foster. As Blood and Guts goes off the air, everything shed, victory found in the end. We'll see you next time here at the Super Reliable Studios. This is AEW, where the damnedest fight and some of the best absolutely wrestle. Cut the damn feed.
War Games has a lot to live up to.
It doesn't even deserve to be called that. But that's a whole different conversation for another day. Make a problem about it live. Have a good night. We'll see you all next time here at the Super Reliable Studios. What a fucking show.
Oh, my God. Adios, folks.
God damn.
Damn.
Damn this delay? What the fuck?